Hey, everybody. Welcome to episode 284 of the AAA meeting. Welcome back to my cozy little cabin sitting cigar room where we sit and drink and dance and have all sorts of good fun. Joining me, as always, sitting over there on the couch in the comfy zone. Drunken Sinatra. Sinatra, how the hell are you? Are you actually? Yeah? Good.
Kind
Hey,
of,
man, now that I've turned you on, people can actually hear what you're saying. Whoops. You say you're doing fine?
You turned him on?
I mean...
Yeah, it's a gay
buddy.
thing. I totally turned him on. Yeah.
It's the voice, isn't it? It's got to be the voice.
I could seduce a rock.
Is that a saying?
All right, sir.
I don't know. I just thought it was the most inanimate thing. A rock? I haven't been awake very long. All right, leave me alone. I'm hungover.
All right.
You of all people should be able to appreciate the fog of mind that comes with being hungover.
I always appreciate the fog of mind. It's a fog of mind, man. Oh, Polly, I started using a new saying.
Fuck imitated?
No, that's a word. A new say, because I like to mix up sayings. You can't teach an old leopard new spots.
Yeah.
And you come up with sayings. The lion's a king of the jungle, but the hyena has the last laugh, which is, I still absolutely fucking adore. But I've started, people are, run into someone and go, oh, hello, Millard, how are you? And I go, nothing changes but the tides. That's my new saying.
See, but there's people that, they're not that bright. And they're going to be like, yeah, the tide does change every day. And just roll with it. It's not going to affect them.
Yeah. No one's asked me about it yet. Do you know what I mean? But I just remembered it, so I just Googled it. And no, it is not a saying until now.
Huh.
The saying maker himself. Wood is wood.
Wood is wood. Oh my god. It's
hey,
laminate.
you need something to rest your buckles on.
I'll fucking rest my knuckles on your face.
I doubt it.
We two talking
Hey,
about Archer?
No, that was the inaugural game of What's a Quid.
And
I had made up what I thought was absolutely fucking ridiculous sayings, and it's the last rounds where you got to pick out what are legitimate idioms. And for some reason, Bridioms, because they're British. And one of them was wood is wood. And I was like, no one's going to pick that. It's so stupid. And everyone picked it. It's like, why did you pick that one? They're like, well, wood is wood. It's like, it's obvious,
Yeah. That makes sense to me. Not logically accurate. What?
One of my favorites was from the IT crowd. Instead of saying damp squib, they said damp squid.
Well, they better be damp.
Yeah, well, that's what they're good. It's like, well, I mean, it's a squid. We know it's damp. It's just information not worth mentioning. Damp squid. I sat there going, my God, that makes perfect sense.
There were these Filipino ladies that worked at this place that I worked. And I guess a snack for them, like, very common and traditional, is dried, like, is squid jerky. Like, it's really, really dry little cuttlefish squid or whatever.
That sounds pretty good.
And they dip it in sugar.
Okay, now you lost me.
Sugarfish?
I don't know how to explain it. I'm like, is salty and sweet at the same time? Is that what you guys are going for there? Is that a little Cracker Jack? I don't.
But then, like, don't you guys have, like, like salted chocolate-covered pretzels?
Yeah, but I don't like them.
No, I say you guys. I mean, it's the royal you guys, the royal y'all. I'm not in for that.
I like chocolate-covered pretzels.
Yeah, but there's also salt.
It's a pretzel. It's not fish.
Yeah, but although when he said, squid jerky, we were both like, oh.
Okay,
until the sugar
do you
part
like,
came in. Yeah.
Do you like cookies or biscuits?
I mean, I can eat them. I've really lost my sweet tooth in recent years.
But there has to be some sweet you like, right?
Look, I don't dislike them. It's just I
Whatever
won't walk
sugary
through-
confection they have over there.
Yeah,
Like, you
I
like
mean,
that,
we
don't
have cookies.
All right, so you like cookies. Do you like salmon?
I love salmon.
So would you like a salmon cookie sandwich?
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
Some things go well together, some don't.
Yeah. I have, because, I mean, look, I've got cooking base. I'm glad you brought up the salmon, because, Polly, I bought a wok.
You didn't own a wok before? Woks are great.
No, bought a wok with the intention of having fresh noodles, instead of ramen.
Yeah.
And I got all the stuff, and I thing is, like, for obviously I've been on the lash, on the piss. Because that's what we do. It's a tradition over here. Between Christmas and New Year's, you forget as much as possible by just fucking destroying your brain cells. And a couple of days I've forgotten to eat. So I have a slice of salmon, and I have a steak that defrosted as well. And I'm with the intention of having surf and turf. But now I've got this wok, and I'm there like, ooh, surf and turf noodles. So that's what's up tonight. I'm having steak and salmon noodles.
Interesting.
I'll let you know.
And that was this weekend. What's Drunkle eating?
Yeah.
Like chicken and waffles is another thing you'd expect not to go well together, but it does. Peanut butter chocolate does.
Mm.
Sugar and calamari, I'm not sold on.
No. I mean, that's I immediately thought of Sugar Fish, which I believe is a sushi restaurant in America. I had to look that up because it was said on the show The Boys once, and I ended up Googling it. Like, what the fuck does that mean? Postmate Sugar Fish. But I'm not down with it.
Yeah. It struck me as weird. I asked them, what are you eating? And they said, it's a dry baby squid sugar. They just had little packets of sugar like you'd see at a restaurant or whatever, and they just dumped that out wrapped up in wax paper. And they just dumped the packet of sugar out, and they would lick the fish and dip, and then...
Oh, no, they lick the fish first?
Well, how is she going to get the sugar to stick?
Oh, no.
Yeah, I could go for one of those. AAA librarian, thank you for the $1. Fuckimitated, adjective. Be in a mental state somewhere between confused and furious. Quote, his obsession with putting away too much mustard on his hot dog left me fuckimitated.
Nice.
Okay, there is putting too much mustard on a hot dog, but you say that it seems to imply that there's something else that could go on a hot dog.
I put shredded cheddar.
Well, I was just about to say, unless it's... No, you don't put sugar on a hot dog. No, you don't.
No.
I'm not saying nobody does. I'm saying you don't. I know you don't.
No, I don't think people should. I think that has a crime against the culinary arts, and evolution will come for you.
So's the hot dog. What's your point?
I mean, he's got a solid point there, actually.
Go to IKEA, because, the IKEAs, they have the gay little fucking restaurant. And they had hot dogs for 50 pence. And I'm like, do you know what? I'm going to fucking try it. And I don't know what I was expecting, but I mean, it was a 50 pence hot dog. It was fucking disgusting.
So you think they'd make them? You think they make them good? You know what I mean? Like, because at Costco they do that. They got dogs and burgers like on the ultra cheap. Some of the Costco's I've been to, and it's to draw you in. It's like, hey, let's go down there and get a hot dog and buy a 50-gallon drum of olives while we're there. That's
sold. They do, because we have Costco here as well, and they do the same thing. And the food is pretty fucking banging. They do like a beef dog.
Won't stop!
Gamer Levine throws $8, saying, you eat a lot of Asian food like you want us to guess the country of inspiration. Have you tried Balut? Don't Google that. I'm going to Google it.
I will not. No Balut. Drunkle, stay away.
I don't know if our Costco does, because I don't have a Costco membership.
Oh, no!
I've got a Sam's Club membership, though, and they have, like, churros and soft serve ice cream and shit like that.
That's fucking horrible.
Well, yeah, it's a fertilized egg. It's gross, man.
I'd try it.
Remember in Aliens when John Hurt
remember.
looked too far into the alien egg and that's what he saw, and then it leaped out and attached to his face? There it is.
That's like the whole way that they survive, isn't it? Is through over-curious creatures.
Yeah, or stupid ones.
I ran into someone who was barred from the pub and was allowed back and is now barred from the pub again. She got a new boyfriend and they were having they said, oh fucking Millard, how was your Christmas? Yeah. And I went, oh, what did you guys have for Christmas dinner then? Oh yeah, fucking new boyfriend took care of it. And he went, oh, and we were going to try a finger. And I was like, well, you have just got together. I guess these things take time. But no, he goes like fucking he found off of the old dark web people selling human body parts, and he was like, yeah, he was going to get a finger, but it never showed up.
Ugh.
I was into it. As we all know, the only thing stopping me from eating people is the law.
All right.
That's the only thing?
Yeah, I'd give it a go.
He's British. He doesn't have morals.
Or good food.
No, I've had your food.
What are we looking
Yeah,
at here,
my
Sam
food.
Silent Ass? And why? Because Gamer Valine, it's all her fault, brought up Balut, and there's Balut right there.
Yeah. See, that's what I mean, though. Like, I would still try it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Because you got to be like, at least I've given it a go.
See?
And I go, oh,
It's just. See.
I'm of the mind to stop COVID-20.
Oh, why?
I think that ship has sailed, to be honest. Like, I think it goes all the way up to 41. You all right there, Polly? You having a nice little trip down memory lane?
Oh,
there,
wait a
mate?
minute. John Hurt was the crazy guy who refused to land in contact?
Apparently.
I had no idea that was John Hurt.
He was also the inspiration for the alien egg. Look at that head.
God, that movie was stupid. See? This is they survived by doing this. Hey, what's in this giant, disgusting, slimy pod? Let me stick my
It
face
looks
in
exactly like an egg.
Yeah.
It's all right, because we're wearing these space helmets. No, you're not.
it. Not for long. Because this happens to you.
Then it comes out, and it's like, hello, my baby. Hello, my honey.
Uh-huh.
Hello, my ragtime gal.
Moving along, you tell him Steve Day, thank you for the $1.99. That kind of looks like piss poor ratio. The fuck is wrong with you,
No.
chat? Free content, and all they ask is that you lightly tap the like button. Fix it before I do with a sledgehammer, fuckers.
Do as he says. What was the movie with the tap dancing alien?
Baseballs.
Yeah.
It was Spaceballs. Yeah, okay.
Was.
Was.
Hey, fuck you, man!
Gamer Valine, thank you for the 850 and the Goose abuse. Hey, I'm gonna rename that donation.
That's good. That's good. Impressive.
I don't regret telling him not to look that up when I knew he would. I heard about Balut before I went to the Philippines in 2015. And
Would you try it, Polly?
Balut? No.
Just have a nibble.
No.
Here's Valine staring in at the Balut cart when she was in the Philippines in 2015.
Yeah.
What's in that thing?
And the scale is 1 to 1. She is the size of an egg.
I mean, look at him. He's getting his face right the fuck in there. What's wrong with you, man? Jesus.
Well, he thinks that little piece of glass will save his life. Boy, howdy.
And those space
Yeah.
gloves aren't at all hockey gloves. Don't think otherwise. It's fine.
Like he's wearing the equivalent of a hazmat suit here when it comes to thickness.
Mhm.
And, like, you go towards fucking slimy little pod eggs type of thing, and as you get close, it opens. Don't peer in.
Yeah. And the part that I always loved about Alien, if you notice back in '79, you got the ship's captain and the doctor, Ash, who turns out to be an android here. And then later on turns out to be a hobbit. See, it all comes back to Valine. They've got these masks on, these oxygen masks. They don't connect to anything at the bottom.
Yeah, it's wireless.
Yeah. It's supposed to be like, I don't know, Bluetooth air filtration?
Don't think about it. Sci-fi.
Yeah, I guess. Oh, it bothers me when I watch it.
He's completely right. There is a book called, I think it was called Red Shirts. It was about people who were on Star Trek, but they, it was the actual show. But it turns out like this, that they're in a separate universe. And that, when the captain would give like an inspirational speech, and then would just go back to normal. And it turns out that that was the end of the episode, or they went to the ad break or something like that. They didn't know they were on a show. But very often in that, they were just like, oh, folks, so we've got this problem. How do we do this? And they go, oh, magic box.
I've seen a lot of penises come out of black goo before, but never like that.
The magic box came up a lot. Oh, how do we synthesize a cure? Put it in the magic box.
Sure.
Futurama did it brilliant, didn't they? Like, oh, what we got to do here is give a very, very complicated procedure, but then use a very simple analogy for it at the end. Like putting too much air in a balloon.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly.
That is a Star Trek mainstay. What we're going to do is we're going to energize the field with a tachyon surge, and then
it's always tachyon. Isn't it?
They love their tachyons, and then we'll send a heavy particle beam into the center of it, and it'll ignite, and the captain will go, like throwing a match into a room full of gasoline. It's true. It's a classic Star Trek trope.
Like
thank you, Far, by the way,
pulling up
for
a
the
paper bag.
Thank you, Far, for the 350. What am I looking at here? You're looking at Valine staring at Balut in the Philippines. Looking at alien shit. Because Drunkle has some strange fixation to want to eat
People.
fertilized duck eggs because they make him think of eating people.
I just say I would try it. It's worldwide cuisine.
You would try people. It's fine. See?
I would try people. Yeah, I would.
Shadowclaw, thank you for the $1. Hey, Polly, you mentioned about people who watch your shows. You know about people who watch your shows pair up? Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah, like Far and Platian, etc. Right.
In the biblical
okay,
sense.
Yeah. Well, I am talking to a lady. It's going well so far. Fingers crossed. All right. Who is she? It's
Viper.
Valine's already spoken for. So, is Shadowclaw engaged to Viper? Is that her fiancé?
So, yeah, someone's engaged to Viper.
Yeah, someone's her fiancé. So, yeah.
Who is it? Who took one for the team?
And
That's a good question.
before we even
God bless you.
Before we even got started with the show, Mr. Pickman, a little bit of Christmas cheer there. There it is. I'm still drinking eggnog. Good for you, Clark. Something in my ass? Ooh.
I would like to try eggnog.
You'd like to try something in your ass?
No, I draw the line there. Eating people is fine, but I don't want butt stuff.
I've seen a lot of penises come out of black goo before, but never like that.
And Gamer Valine for the 350. That was Mesa, Arizona. That makes sense. Now, that was the donation that came in right after the end of the stream last time. And I never got around to it, and I feel bad about that because the show ended, and then Valine's donation came in. Apparently, she really wanted a message about black goo coming out of, or penises coming out of black goo in Mesa, Arizona. Mesa. I just woke up. Leave me alone.
You see,
You've never had a girl try to pop a finger in your ass?
I have had a girl try. Fucking put an end to that one before it started.
Could have put an end to the divorce before it ever began. If she had just put her
Yeah.
finger in there and started moving it around, everything would have been fine. But no.
Well, no, she was doing like, like gingerly. The hand was making its way over. I just, what are you doing? She's like, oh, fucking, some guys like that. I'm like, yeah, not this guy.
Ham and Bean says I'm single, Polly. That's right, Chad. This fine catch is single.
Oh, how about her?
Oh, she's not
I
single,
saw-
sadly.
Fucking hot, brilliant idea of recasting Yennefer in the Witcher series with her.
Gamer Valine,
Witcher.
thank you for the incredible $20. Greatly appreciated. Very generous. Because not only is it a generous amount of money with the $20, it's fucking Ava Green naked in a bed. My lord. I thought Ava Green had a magic box as well. Well, I'm thinking of Thai marketing and that part of Payada Beach. Oh, yeah. Cave of Wonders magic box. I mean, whew.
Yagama Beach. I always wanted to go there.
Keep my show clean these
good
days.
luck.
It's not working. It's just people putting
not
up
there
sexy
anymore.
ladies. What do you want from me?
Blood is rushing to places where blood hasn't been for a while.
Now, we were talking about pretzel things, and I wanted to see if there were fish pretzels. There weren't. But here's what I did find. Look how delightful this is.
Aww. Oh, that's the thing you guys have, isn't it?
Food? We do like food.
Nah, the fish. What are they? Fucking golden
Goldfish.
fish.
Goldfish.
It's just called goldfish.
Yeah, goldfish crackers. Or
Yeah.
what do you call them? Goldfish crack-ups?
Crackers.
We don't have them.
You don't... No, what do you call
What-
crackers
what
in
is that?
general?
White people.
You don't have that history. You don't get to use that word. It's ours.
We do have that history. We had it first.
No, you had no agricultural land with which... No, all right, I'm going to leave that alone.
Yeah, we invented agricultural.
Look, they're swimming
Yeah, you
around
didn't.
like blue chocolate with white candies for the bubbles. And come on,
I like it.
This
Yeah,
is brilliant.
It's good.
Very clever.
It's good.
This is very Martha Stewart.
It is Martha Stewart-esque.
Yeah,
Are they a sweet snack?
they're like a Ritz cracker.
I pay for your food, you brittle-boned fuck.
Right, and it'll drive the
You
cat
see,
crazy.
Yeah. That'd be very difficult because we don't have the goldfish, so we would just put a Ritz cracker on the sugary snack. We call it putting on the Ritz.
Oh,
Oh yeah, I've never heard that phrase before.
That's just
It's
Christ's sake. Eating beaver.
good to be back, America.
Eating beaver.
Holly, have you ever heard the phrase "putting on the Ritz"? That's a new one on me.
Someone should write a song with that. It's kind of catchy.
It is.
Hmm.
I think in the first episode of
Wow.
Archer, the dog would bark putting on the Ritz, wouldn't he?
Eating beaver, thank you for the $3. Zegma Beach, you pan-faced Britisher.
Ah, Zagama, not Yagama.
Zagima. Excuse me. Z-Gamma. Zagama.
It's Z Gamma.
Yeah. That hot new JZ single.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Featuring 37 pence
Yeah. He's,
because of the exchange rate.
yeah.
So yeah, that's a cute snack.
Fucking Jesus Christ. So Drunko, or Sinatra. Yeah, I've heard enough from you, Drunko. Sinatra.
Yeah.
I just didn't get to hear from you since the Christmases. How did Christmas go for you with all of the things and the whatnots and the families and the hatred of turkey? How did it all go?
Good. I made the sauce and the shells. I sent you the picture of all that.
Oh, yes, you did.
Turned out very well.
It's in my food porn folder. I kept a copy.
That turned out very well. My aunt burned one of the trays of shells, so that kind of infuriated me. But what can you do? Yeah, it was good. It was nice. This is the first time we've had that much of the family together since before COVID began. But
Oh
you know, it is what it is. Like
Was
half of the
that-
people just didn't show up.
a very, very big family affair then, eh?
It would have been, but like I said, half the people just didn't show up.
Well, I mean that's kind of a blessing, I suppose, as well, isn't it? But you had the extendo family, aunts, uncles, That's cool. That's very cool.
Yeah, it's nice. It's nice.
Oh, that's it. Okay, all right.
Yeah, that's all I did. It was Christmas. The kids ran amok. I put myself in credit card debt, and that's Christmas as a parent. It's fun.
Modern day traditions.
It's great.
Excuse me.
I had one of those moments of realization that, like, I don't remember who said it. I think maybe Jefferson. Whoever's in the White House, like, the average person shouldn't even really be able to tell that somebody different has been elected as president. But I certainly remember last year I was able to do a lot better stuff for the kids than this year on a smaller budget.
Yeah. I mean,
And the food didn't
Can I
cost.
kill myself? Hey, fuck you! I want to die!
Nah, I'm feeling that way, man. Holy goodness.
you're getting them, your boys, the new Pokemon game each as well, wasn't it?
No, I couldn't swing that one this year.
No. Fair enough. Fair enough.
Wait, what's Pokemon game go for? $60?
So, yeah, 60. They wanted that. They wanted Chromebooks because they use them in school.
Uh-huh.
And yeah, I found them for like $80 each. The girl wanted a new guitar, and the little stuff. They wanted a microscope set and shit like that. I'm like, you can either get the Chromebooks or the game. You guys got to pick.
Pick one. Fucking hell. Oh, that's the thing, isn't it? You get your little presents, but you get like one big. That's your big present.
Yeah, so they got their Chromebooks. They were happy.
Fair enough. Play Pokemon Go for now, kids. It's free.
Yeah.
What was your big present, Sinatra? What'd you get that was beyond all compare?
I got a sword. I guess that would I knew
Got a
it was
sword?
coming. I knew it was coming, and I kind of paid for it. But yeah,
How have you? That would be the first thing as the stream starts. Like, hello, welcome to the AAA meal. I got a sword.
well, because I have swords already, and I love swords. I think at this point I think I might have more hand-to-hand weapons and guns.
More swords than friends. What sword did you get? What cut?
Hold on. I gotta pull it up.
Oh yes, I'm already up.
Hold on. 1 second.
I got a guitar.
One
Did you actually?
for Christmas.
No, not for Christmas. No, it was yesterday after closing time. There was a load of people sat at a table, and a friend of mine who lives down the road, old guy who lives down the road, he got a load of guitars, got a mandolin and everything like that. He
Really?
loves stringed instruments. Oh yeah, and he can play it as
The
well.
round back
He,
Sicilian thing?
yeah.
Huh.
Yeah, and it's like that one.
Yeah.
It's like a foreign ukulele. And
Wait, can you do that
yeah.
again? It does the Cowboy Bebop theme song.
Yeah, that's on a mandolin. Yeah.
Alan, thank you for the $5. Much appreciated. Alan! Sorry, guys, I have not been giving more lately. I just had hernia surgery, recovering now. Hope you guys are well. Never apologize for giving too little. Everything is appreciated. I'm not drunkle after all. The amount of money
Get fucked.
That's no way to
we-
talk
we
to
hope
the
you're
audience,
well.
man. They give what they can. Jesus.
We hope you're well. Happy fucking recovery.
Yeah, we do.
Tom,
I
buddy.
hope. I can only imagine a hernia. Having to just sit up would be difficulty. You know what I mean? Because of the pain and whatnot. Like, wow. Or it could have been a herniated disc in the back. Either way, sitting up would still hurt. So, Alan, all the best wishes to you, man.
Fuck
and
yeah.
thank you for the $5. Greatly appreciated.
It's,
Even the word is horrible.
It's called a Combat Commander Gladius sword. It's a 2-foot handle and a 2-foot blade.
Your Gladius is your ancient Roman standard issue.
Yeah, it's a 2-foot handle and a 2-foot blade.
And this has been unasked for
Beautiful
obviousness with Drunkle.
Well, I like swords because we don't have guns here. Yeah, Gladius, lovely bit of combat ordnance.
And
Very nice.
I don't I have bought one mall sword ever. You know, those cheap $20 things that you just go to the mall that they have in that one store that has like deer heads and knives for no reason.
Yeah. It's just made
Those swords and
exclusively
deer
for
heads are
people
more
called
closely
Kyle.
related than you think, my friend. You tell him,
no,
Steve
that-
Dave,
yeah.
thank you for the $1. Welcome to Strutting with Swords Beneath the Sheath with Drunken Uncle and Sinatra Says.
Oh, fucking lovely. Loving that. Cutting edge.
All right, let's get back to the point.
Oh, was the point
Honey.
of my guitar?
Drunkle.
Hmm.
Cutting edge? No. Let's get back to the point. Come on.
I don't give a pluck.
Oh, did I say I bought it? I meant I picked it out, so I knew it was coming. I did not get a surprise.
You did say you paid for it, yeah.
I mean, I'm sure in a roundabout way I did, but
I've been waiting for somebody to tell me what the hell this thing is on screen. I've had it up for like 2 minutes and no one said anything. I don't know what it is. There's a pretzel involved.
it's disgusting because there's a candy corn
Called
there.
marshmallow pretzel shape of a penis.
Is it supposed to be like a penis?
No, I think it's meant to be like eyes and like maybe a nose or a beak. But it's a penis.
I guess nobody knows.
So I got a guitar. We went
Yeah.
back to my mate's house and we have a sing song. Sometimes we go back and I picked up his guitar and I just started playing away and he went, Millard, I didn't know you could play. I went, Martin, you say that every fucking time. But it's because we get so shit-faced drunk he always forgets. So we were just playing some games and and I said I got a guitar at home, but it's fucked. And it's one that I've had since I was little. My father actually found it at a fucking rubbish dump and gave it to me. And he just went, fucking, oh, here you go, you can have one of these. And he just fucking gave me a guitar.
I mean, I've seen a lot of penises come out of black goo before, but never like that.
I hear you. And Far, thank you for the 350. Penis corn. Penis corn. For those up in
Yeah.
the balcony and the cheap seats, it's fine. We want you here too. We're glad you're here, and we definitely want you to hear what's being said. Penis
I'm
corn.
so glad I don't live with my mother right now. What was that, Millard? Oh, penis corn. Oh, right. Yeah. I'll put it right next to the dick cheese.
Thank you for coming, and the penis bacon, which I am jealous of. I've said that before, and I'll say it again. I used to be able to talk a lot more things Australian, but that's when Far used to come around and hang out. She doesn't do that anymore, but, what are you going to do? Mudshark Pirate. I love that sound that he makes, because that's you made General Washington's eggnog, Sinatra.
Yes, it was awful.
Like,
Sorry,
it's
what?
boozy beyond all ridiculous belief in this weird mixture
it
way,
was
right? And then
not-
dash of cream.
It was not good.
Yeah.
It was not good.
What makes it General Washington-esque? Because, of course, you eggnog, you take egg, you take nog, you put them together. You get
Sure.
eggnog, right?
It was
Yeah.
his recipe.
Yeah, that's why.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Because he lived
It
on
was good.
We all spoke at the same time and then all stopped. That was brilliant. What's General Washington-y about it? What's the difference in the recipe as opposed to your standard issue egg?
Nog.
Yeah, it was his recipe with his like how he made it.
Yeah, I know, I get that, but how does the recipe differ from your usual shit?
I'm not. It was the way he made it. I'm not sure
Yeah.
what.
But you've made it, so you know what the difference is. Was it like what's extra? But is it the cloves? Is there just a shit ton more booze? What is it? What makes it General Washington-y? What's the recipe difference?
Well, I can tell you that,
That was-
it's the liquors that they had commonly available at the time. So your rum, your sherry, your Madeira, stuff that shipped
Well, what
from
do you normally use for eggnog then?
rum.
Usually a high proof bourbon or whiskey is the commonplace, but back then
Yeah.
they didn't really have that too much. I think the only distillery around was Buffalo Trace, so they had a hard time getting that everywhere.
Right.
So they a lot of stuff from the like founding fathers period was wine and rum because there was just an endless supply of rum coming up.
Fair. So there's the General Washington eggnog has wine in it?
Yes.
Oh, no, that
Madeira
does
and
not
port.
sound good. Oh.
And he lived on a farm, right? Obviously.
Well, everyone did back then, didn't they?
Not necessarily. I mean, like you could live in like main town Philadelphia.
Oh, God damn it.
C. Thomas, thank you for the 950. A Miller Duck or Miller Duke? I'm no longer calling them mallards. They're millards.
Millards now.
From this day on. Thank you, C. Thomas. You've given me a new way to screw a drunkle. Okay, Mudshark Pirate, thank you for the $1. I got a M18A1 anti-personnel Claymore mine replica from one of my trainees for Christmas. I wanted a real one, but he was in the Middle East, and he didn't want the FBI knocking on his door again. Lol. Again.
I like the splody claymores, because I like the writing on it. Point toward enemy.
Yeah.
Like, it's the use of the word enemy that I love, you know?
I love the picture ones that have no words on them whatsoever. Like, have you ever seen the fun switch on a select fire rifle? It'll be like, it's a bullet with a line through it for safe. And then for semi-automatic single shot mode, it's one bullet. And then when you click it to like the giggle switch all the way to burst or fully automatic, it's 3 bullets. You can't make a mistake. No bullets, 1 bullet, many bullets.
Same in every language, Polly. You know?
I love it.
You're towards the international market with that one. You know?
I want somebody out there with greater art skills than mine to take the point towards enemy and turn it into a graphic that no one could mistake. I mean, come on, there's comedy like gold waiting there.
Sad face, I think would.
What was I going to do? I was doing something here. I remember.
Yeah, General Washington's eggnog was just a boozy wreck.
Yeah, it was. Oh,
it
so
was not good.
Yeah, everyone did live on it. Not everyone lived on a farm, drunk, but you're right. A lot of people did. And if you had a farm, a lot of the times they were dairy farms. You would have dairy animals. You'd have cows. You'd have chickens. Yeah. So lots of eggs, lots of milk, lots of cream. So when it's coming up on wintertime, it's not like eggs, milk, and cream store very well. So let's make something that will store well.
Fair.
Like
okay. Yeah,
a drink that you can make that you add so much fucking alcohol to that it ends up being a preservative. Bitch!
Fair.
You bitch! So
it also very filling, I should imagine, as well.
Oh my gosh, like 8,000 calories in a double fucking serving.
Whoa!
There isn't. Not 8,000, but there's going to be over 1,500 in like a big tumbler size. Easy.
Depends how much you drink, doesn't it?
Yeah, there are a bunch of, like, my favorite eggnog that I made was the one from How to Drink, where it's just Baker's, maraschino, and the egg and cream. Like, that was delicious. That was perfect. The right amount of booze. The maraschino was phenomenal in that. But Washington's eggnog, like, all I could taste was I didn't have sherry, so I just subbed in Antica Formula Vermouth, just fine. And that's all I could taste.
Yeah, but then I like the idea of it because it's like a meal, but also a tipple. You know, I like the idea of like putting a tipple. I like the idea of having like alcohol and food mixed. You know, because you're saving time. It's efficient.
Yeah, I guess. I've never been a fan of the flambe thing. That strikes me as all sizzle and no steak. It'd be like if you went to like a restaurant where they've got fine aged beef and they just, broadcast the sound of the cooking steaks, but never actually bring you one.
Yeah, and it's not even it's coming through fucking speakers in the corners.
Yeah,
just the sound of steak sizzling. Yeah.
I didn't come here for the marketing of meat. I came here for the meat. I
always liked when you order a steak and it'll come out, but there's also the steak itself is on like a metal skillet. And it's fucking hot, so the steak is like actually cooking as is on your plate. That shit's fucking awesome. But if you go for rare, as anyone who does eat steak properly should order their steak, you're gonna want to order it blue, because by the time you actually get to your steak, it's medium.
Yeah, I don't order anything, whatever that is called, fajitas.
Fajitas.
Fajitas?
Gamer Valine, thank you for the 650. Who's about to actually me? My God, on General Washington, and of all things about General Washington, on Mount Vernon itself. This woman knows no bounds and has no shame. But here we go. Gamer Valine, thank you for the 650. Say what you mean. Washington lived on a plantation, not just a farm. They even still have the extra small slave passage doors. Yeah, I know. A plantation is a farm. You just actually me like, Polly, didn't you know that all squares are rectangles? Yeah, I never said they weren't. All plantations are farms, but not all farms are plantations. I get it.
That wasn't even an actually, was it? That was more of a, I think you'll find.
Wait a minute. Did Valine discover a new way to condescend people? I'll have you know that what you said is perfectly okay.
Yeah, right. It was completely accurate, sir.
Kara Soldier for $1. I have a question for the three of you. While in Scotland, my mother brought me home a bottle of Jura, J-U-R-A.
Jura, the Isle of Jura.
Jura.
Yeah.
10-year single malt. Thoughts, gentlemen? If you're not a Scotch drinker, then just try a cheap one first to see if you might like the flavor profile, because I know a lot of people cannot stand Scotch. But I assume it's pretty good.
I mean, you can get single malt just to like Walmart, Jura. It's not got to be the fucking devilishly expensive shit.
Yeah, no, the 10-year Jura is a fine place to start. It's not horribly expensive. Yeah. I mean, most Scotch is, but
yeah, I was just talking to, I think, Nunya about this. You're hard pressed to find a really good bottle of Scotch for under $200.
Yeah.
A really good bottle, yeah. But I mean, this is even as you say, Polly. Yeah, the 10 years. I wouldn't be angry if someone mixed that with Coca-Cola.
Yeah, well, I mean, and there go the things, and the island Scotches, Scotch whiskeys, because it constitutes a region unto itself. Most of those islands aren't even close to each other; they're just floating in and around Scotland. And since there's usually
islands too,
yeah, a lot of them are only one distillery to the island, so they count it as one. Iran from the island of Iran. Highland Park is up in the Orkneys. Highland Park's probably the most common of all of them. Jura from Jura.
Fucking gross.
Talisker from the Isle of Skye. A lot of people heard of Talisker.
Talisker's pretty good.
Yeah. Generally, you know what they taste like, Sinatra, honestly? They taste like really medicinal oceanic islas with much, much more muted peat.
I don't like the Highland Park. I got
really?
Somebody bought like the 18 bottle, and I tried. I was like, dude, this is not.
That's great. The beloved one, the Highland Park 18. Really? Okay. Cool.
Or maybe it was the 12. I don't know. It was the one in the fancy bottle. I'm like, man, this really seems like more of a gimmick than actual effort put into the spirit.
Yeah, I find that with a lot of spirits, though. It's the same shit with a different name, just in varying bottles.
Yeah,
and some of them are fancy, and that's what you're paying for, you know.
I really do try my best to steer away from gimmick bottles, because you're going to be disappointed just every single time.
Oh man,
yeah.
Duck Dog just mentioned. He said, "I used to drink Belvedere by the bottle." He was talking to Gospel about it. Obviously that's the vodka, but that reminded me, Belvini. There is an underrated Scotch in and of itself. That's got to be whatchamacallit. I mean, it's a Highland, but yeah, I think it's just a Highland, Belvini.
It's all Highlands. Well, it's north. North is up. I mean, on that subject.
Anyway, underrated. I hadn't thought of it in a while, and he reminded me of it. But not Belvedere, man. Chopin. That's where it's at. Chop it, Japan.
Hey, fuck you, man!
Shopping. And what a pianist he was.
Yes. It's a sister distillery of Belvedere right across the street, except for Belvedere is a grain vodka, and Chopin or Chopin is a potato-based vodka. Remember I told you guys about this? Back in the day when I did the... Excuse me, I'm all congested. I think I'm coming down with something. When I was doing the sommelier thing. there's a hell of a lot of vodkas out there, and vodka's isn't Russian, it's Polish, but Russians have basically taken it over as, culturally as being their thing, and it's not. It's Udka, it's Polish. We thought there's not a lot of Polish vodkas on the market. And we're thinking that's why they named it, and it says right on the bottle, why did you name it Chopin? Because who else are you gonna name it
Can I
after?
kill myself? Hey, fuck you! I want to die!
Uh-huh.
That's a video I have planned for the Speakeasy channel, is a blind taste test of a bunch of different vodkas to see which one is
Oh, that sounds
my
fun.
favorite.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You
that
know-
sounds good.
You don't know what you like until you drink it blind. If you're very, very lucky, it'll be the cheap, readily available one.
The stuff that make you blind.
Well, not that cheap. So we were sitting there thinking about, well, who's famous from Poland? We got Madame Curie, Chopin, Pope John Paul II, and then we were out of ideas. So we started calling Chopin JP2.
Yeah.
That's who they should have named that vodka after, John Paul II. So it was like JP2 from that moment on. Best potato vodka in the world, in my opinion. Gamer Valine, thank you for the 850. Congratulations. You now know that I'm a big fan of, as stated in my previous email, when having to repeat myself at work. Did you say, I have typed that in many an email, but like, as per our previous email, I draw them in.
myself?
Yeah.
Hey, fuck you! I want to die!
Yeah.
What about Polanski?
Roman Polanski?
Yeah.
I don't think they want to claim him, man.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, all right. You Google him now, it doesn't come up with his films, does it? Yeah. All right, fair enough. Fair enough.
Doggy Punch Fan, thank you for the $5. Sorry I'm late. I had to put the car in the shop. Radiator hose ruptured. Not a fun day. Yeah.
Where are we, John boy? If I had to guess, I'd say communist China. Are we gonna die here? Darn fucking tootin'.
The guy who wrote The Witcher. I don't know his name. It's a $5 donation and no message from the Iron Nonce. Thank you very much, the Iron Nonce.
I got one from Dr. Diddler for 5, no message.
Wow. And I got one from Molestro for $5. Thank you very much.
Molestro, that's the best.
Jesus, what the
That's
hell is happening?
amazing. Molestro. Oh, I'm so impressed.
Have I ever had Cold River potato vodka? No, Duck Dog, I haven't.
Well, with bottles, right? Gimmicky bottles. I bought a bottle of gear from me mum, and it's just a brown bottle with no label. So you know that shit's gonna be fucking awesome. What else?
Oh, I thought there was going to be... I thought you were going to start naming things when you said, what else? And I thought you were...
No, that's just what I do when it goes silent. you
Oh,
know,
I thought you had your own list of things.
No, it's just the,
What
the
else?
comedian on stage who's bombing. What else?
I'll tell you what else. The schnooze.
Funny thing happened to me on the way here tonight.
No, it didn't.
What's the deal with airline food?
You're up in a pressurized capsule. You get what you get.
Why can't I open these peanuts?
All right, so let's get back to the schnooze. Or get
Yeah,
started
oh,
with
right,
it.
yeah.
How about we
Get
get started?
started, yeah.
Yeah, there we go.
It's fucking fertilized eggs as a snack, alien eggs as a movie.
Then here we go. Man who
Let's go.
allegedly claimed to have vials of viruses in his pockets as he robbed Salt Lake County banks, and it worked.
Yeah, nobody's
That's-
fucking around with that.
Yeah.
It's a fresh new thing, isn't it? No,
Yeah.
you go in, I've got a gun or anything like that. No, so I've got fucking COVID in my pocket.
That's exactly what he says. Holly is reported by a homeless man that he has no ties to the community. That's his name. He would walk in and say, according to the affidavit, a note was found in Holly's backpack. He would hand the note over because he doesn't want to be able to be ear witnessed, right? That says, I demand money. There are 2 vials with viruses in my. There are 2 vials with viral viruses in my pocket. I worked.
Viral viruses.
Yeah, there are 2 vials with vile viruses in my pocket. I worked in a lab, and motherfuckers handed over the money.
He ain't fucking around.
Yeah.
I love that his name's Holly and he committed this crime near Christmas.
Yeah. Well,
Oh,
he
Saint
needed money
Crip.
to make it jolly too.
Fuck yeah. Kids need their Nintendo Switches.
Yeah.
Viral viruses. Yeah. I mean, I think they probably did the right thing.
And by bad guys, I mean monks. Trappist monks. You cheese-making bastards, die!
Haven't seen that one in a hot minute. Love it. You tell him,
It's
Steve
been a
Dave.
while.
Thank you for the $15 and giving those Trappist bastards what they got coming. What with their peace-loving nature and fucking charity work and delicious
Right.
cheeses.
Never harming a living creature.
Fuckers. Thank you for the $15. Very generous, because it's been a long time since I did a bi-weekly paycheck donation, and it's been too long since those Trappist Monk bastards got their just desserts. You cheese-making bastards. Thank you very much, Steve Dave. I appreciate that.
They're
I mean-
comeuppance.
I've seen a lot of penises come out of black goo before, but never like that.
Far, thank you for the 350. Is that a viral virus in your pocket, or are you just happy to see me? No,
Can
it's
it be both?
a viral virus that made my penis look like it was in black goo.
I mean, you got to specify it is a viral virus as well. Like, if you go in and you go, is this one of those non-viral viruses? You're not going to get paid.
Well, yeah, you hand over a note that says, like, I've got a completely innocuous virus that couldn't harm the most biologically damageable thing you can imagine. I don't know. I just woke up. Shut up.
Yeah. I've got a computer virus in my pocket.
Yeah. It's on a thumb drive. If it gets near you,
Yeah.
the code will take over everything. You mean you'll
But
steal
they're
all
like
our
the-
money in crypto? No. A little cute pirate will come up and sing a song endlessly.
Hut, hut.
Hoof, hoof.
What? What?
I'm glad you guys got the reference. Yay! I also can make Archer
Amazing.
references.
But then, like, the the guy
Now
behind...
can I kill myself? Hey, fuck you! I want to die!
But, like, you go up and you hand the note over, like, I got a computer virus in my pocket, give me the money, and then you look at the guy's name tag and his name's Norton. You're like, ah, shit.
Donkey Punch Bandit, thank you for the fan. Would it be safe to call a mail order bride for you an Otter box? It was good for a giggle. I appreciate Doggy Punch. Thank you. It was good. Drunkle over there. Nothing makes him laugh. Except
I
the
don't
mirror.
get it.
Yeah.
I don't have a mirror. An otter box? What's the pun here? I get the otter part.
Now I'm
but
going to
what's
have
the
to go
normal-
full Weibo and like deconstruct the joke. Okay, so there are cell phone protectors, brand name OtterBox. I don't know why. They are super protective with a screensaver and it bulks up your phone, but try and damage it after you put one of those fuckers on. And they've marketed themselves as the toughest phone protector you could possibly get. Now, the a woman's cave of wonders is often referred to as a box as well. Now, I online am an avatar of an otter. So if you were to order me a mail order bride, it would have to be an otter as well. So otter, woman, otter, box. See?
Yeah, no, I just needed the brand name bit at the beginning. Like, the rest of it I kind of got. Thank you, though. Yeah.
God, I feel like Weibo.
Welcome back to Behind the Punchline.
Yeah. Or as we call it over on Weibo's channel, cocktail hour.
Yeah.
She's engaged now, you know.
Is she
I
really?
heard.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
not
she
good
got
to hear.
engaged. She got engaged for Christmas. It's or was proposed
Still
to, and
gifts
she
then,
accepted
you know.
said proposal. So it's no longer El Boyfriendo, it's El Nintendo, which is nice.
Oh, that's good. El Nintendo. That's nice.
That's cool.
What's
Congratulations,
French for
you two.
fiancé?
You said what and who?
What's French for fiance?
La fiance.
Mm.
Lisa. Moving on. Minnesota Paper Company sues feds over beaver dam removal. How'd they remove the beaver dam? Dynamite.
Fire! Oh, no.
Yes, sir. Dynamite.
Oh, is that? Please tell me there's a video.
There isn't, but the part of the story that is great is why are they suing? What?
Now can I kill myself? Hey, fuck you! I want to die!
Donkey Punch Bandit, thank you for the $5 with no comment, but who needs a comment? I think the guy commented for you. Donkey Punch Bandit wants to die. Yeah. So
fair enough.
So they blow up the one. So this company, this paper company, has to contract with the U.S. Department of Agriculture. Sin, you're gonna love this. It's a statement about federal stupidity and why the government sucks at doing most of everything except for staying the fuck out of the way.
Right up his street.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Divine P, thank you for the $11. Otters may be Marines, but beavers are the special forces of aquatic mammals. Also, happy holidays. Happy holidays to you, Divine P. But I can tell you something, though, man. If they had sent otters to dismantle this thing, because they're dexterous little creatures, otters, they would have done a much better job than the Department of Agriculture with sticks of dynamite, which they shouldn't be allowed near.
Yeah. Why is tax money going to that?
Well,
why do beavers do this anyway? Do they just see just look at water and think, nope, not having?
Well, they do it because they're aquatic mammals. They love the water, right? So if they're gonna build a home, it's gonna be near water. And why not build a dam? And it's got passages and ins and outs. It's like a prairie dog town, you know what I mean? And
yeah, it's just not much of a dam, is it? That's just, dare I say, a bundle of sticks.
Well, but it's very complex inside. Like if you were to cross section it, you'd see that there's a little home for the little baby beavers and whatnot, and the whole thing, right? It's like full.
I would like to see that.
It's like a prairie dog town or an ant farm or whatever. But it's also a literal dam in that it's designed. The sticks are coming out of it on purpose. It catches fish. It's a literal dam.
Oh, I didn't know that. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, fair enough.
Industrious little fuckers.
So they blew it all up with the baby beavers in there?
I'm going to just go ahead and say yes. It was the government. They just claimed eminent domain and fuck you and boom.
So there's no eviction notice was given there. Anything.
Yeah. we put a notice. They didn't listen.
Yeah.
That's it.
Right. You have 2 weeks to move out, all right?
Now, what's funny about this, the Blandon Paper Company, and they own 180,000 acres of forest in 7 different counties, and they are forced to be contracted with the U.S. Department of Agriculture to do these things for them. So they go to them and say, hey, look, we got these water dams, or excuse me, beaver dams, they actually do screw up the river flow. Like if humans were to build a big old dam, like it can screw things up bad. So once the beavers have abandoned the dam, it's still there, and it collects more driftwood and gets bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. So it's time to blow the thing up and just get rid of it, right? And they'll build
Whatever. Taxation is theft. Oh, God damn it, motherfucker!
Got it. Yeah.
Taxation.
Things are like iceberg style, like fucking a lot bigger beneath the surface of the water then.
Yes. Or like fatbergs.
Okay.
They just clog up the system.
Yeah.
You've seen fatbergs,
I mean,
right?
yeah, good analogy. Yeah. Well, not even an analogy. It's just spot on.
Yep. Grinding the Axe, thank you for the $6. Hello, everyone. Well, hello to you too, Grinding the Axe. Good to see you. Happy holidays, because it is still the holidays. Don't let anyone tell you different. All the way up till Candlemas. Now, how'd they fuck up, Sin? You're asking, you're wondering, you're waiting with bated breath and anticipation beyond all control. Find out.
The apprehension of a cow about to be milked?
Well, they didn't check what was a few hundred yards downstream. What was a few hundred yards downstream?
A school!
No, a couple more beaver dams. So they blew up the one beaver dam that exploded particles everywhere. It went down the river and collected, and now they've got one massive dam that blocked up not just a section of the river, the entirety of the river. The river builds up, overflows, and destroys all of this paper company's property, including a fucking highway that runs through it.
That's amazing.
So
literally only government could fuck it up that badly.
That's what I'm saying. It's like you didn't do a survey of what was going to happen. Did you even look? Because you said a school, right, Drokel? There easily could have been. I don't think it would have stopped them. Do you know what I mean? They wouldn't have looked. They wouldn't have known. There could have been a hiking path, like right here along the side of the river. There could have been a hiking path, and someone gets with like this stick right here, right in the face. They don't give a fuck. They're the Department of Agriculture. What do we care? Do you know how hard it is to get fired from a federal job? Very.
God damn. Oh.
And Frank Cap just says, "Damn, you fucker." I looked up extra pictures. You should. Oh, hell yes! Boom! Oh, it's been like months. It's been fucking months. Like, mailman, thank you for the $18.
You forgot about that one.
Yeah.
It's been that long.
Haven't heard this one in a while. Beaver Raiders Intensifies. Fuck yeah. One shot, two shot. Holy Christ. The last time I heard that was... Fuck, September? I think? Yeah, because a bunch of people hit it up for me for my birthday, because that's one of my favorite ones. God, that took a long time to make. Why I love it so much. And it's just awesome. And it's got Kennedy in there. Nobody notices that. It's so dark.
Except for Sinatra, who made it.
Well, of course he knows, but, you know, he was there when the sausage was being made. Moving along. And they're suing the federal government. You know, one court already tossed it out. Of course they did. A bunch of federally appointed judges tossed out suing the federal government. Shocker.
I mean, because then everything added up to this. It made like a super dam downstream, which presumably is also like got a load of fucking beaver parts just stuck on it as well now.
Attracting more fish to nibble and, you know.
Yeah, it's horrifying,
yeah,
really.
It just gets worse and worse. But it is the Department of Agriculture, so you know what their plan is. More dynamite. We'll just get a bunch of agriculture workers down there with shotguns and just keep shooting it until it gets better. I don't know how it'll make it better, but somehow. Moving along. Former Roanart Park officer pleads not guilty to new federal charges. Joseph Hoffaker is a defendant in an extortion case with a former Roanart Park police sergeant. They're accused of shaking down motorists. Did they? Why, yes, they did. I'll just jump ahead to the story. Federal prosecutors said that Hoffaker and Tatum shook down drivers on Highway 101 for cash, pot, and property without documenting the stops or the evidence they seized. Prosecutors alleged the men pretended to be agents with the Federal Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, Firearms, and Explosives. The defendants allowed motorists to go if they did not contest the seizures and did not report the contraband to their department. They just kept it. So those motherfuckers were just in their uniforms, said they were there from the BTAFE, pulled them over. We have a legal right to search a car. You're going to let us search a car, right? And people were like, okay. And they found weed and money and whatever and said, well, according to the law, we can let you go, but you have to be okay with the seizure. Got them to sign a fake document. They were on their way. And this motherfucker and his partner just kept the shit.
Kind of admire the hustle.
Yeah, I mean, this is like 1920s, 1930s era Chicago law enforcement gangsterism. Like,
yeah.
Or, you know, anywhere in the Middle East level law enforcement gangsterism. Yes.
Cops are not friends.
No, they're
not friends.
Yeah.
Fish are not food. And if he saw people doing cocaine in the toilets of this pub, of course, you know, you meant to go in and fuck it right, you got to go, otherwise we're calling the police. But he'd go in and go, oi, give me a line and you're all right.
Yeah. Yeah, I could use a little balance here. I've had a few too many, so I'm just...
No, he works there. Like, he's like, look, if you give me a line, I won't fucking tell anyone. Yeah, all right. Of course, he always got the line. Yeah, fucking brilliant shifts at work. He'd finish a fucking 8-hour shift in 10 minutes after that. I admire the hustle, Polly.
It is intense levels of gangsterism, I'm not going to lie. Like, these guys are... It does take a... Because you got to think, oh, we're going to get busted. But every criminal, crook, racketeer gangster's got to think we're eventually going to get busted. So it takes the balls to say, man, fuck jail, and just go ahead and do it. So, yeah, I hate that phrase, admire the hustle, because people... I've grown weary of the phrase, admire the hustle. Because people use it online to describe some pretty dirty, filthy, disgusting behavior. But
Yeah, and this isn't a hustle. You're just robbing
Yeah.
people with institutional power.
well, sort of. Like what they did was really not that much different from you and I dressing up as BTFE officers. Neither of them had any association with the ATF. They were just
You and
park
me.
guys. They just
Yeah,
sat,
but
they
had-
just knew about the seizure laws along Highway 101. That was it.
Yeah, I mean, but you know what I mean.
I do.
Like,
it-
they're cops playing the system. Like, why couldn't they just kill a black guy and get a bunch of money from fucking people donating for their defense? They gotta rob people?
Not the most legitimate and lucrative way, but I appreciate what you're saying.
Yeah, I guess. Okay, so this picture has made the rounds. Fun memes are happening. This
That's
is
excellent.
Biden is like,
It's
it's
so
like,
good.
this is the most successful congressional session in recent memory. We've passed so many laws. Look at the one at the bottom. Yeah, right. Who the fuck read that? Especially you houseplant. Did you read that fucking tome at the bottom? No, you didn't.
Well, you are implying he is capable of reading.
That's
You've
true.
got the audiobook.
But people have had some fun memes with this. I mean, this one is also pretty awesome. 10% for the big guy.
That's good.
And I love the original picture is just what I just showed you. The stack of bills that he signed into law. And it's like, look at look at what we've done. And it's like, it's all administrative, legislative shit. Like it's multiplying the bureaucracy. What have you actually done? Oh, well, I passed the $1.7 trillion. But no, you didn't pass that. You just signed off on it because the people who water you at night and gloss your leaves told you to.
You did as you were told.
Yeah. Have you ever gotten an Amazon order and you were home all day and you'll get that little tag on your door that if you live in the places where they don't drop Amazon packages off or U.S. mail will drop off. We tried. And it's like, my doorbell did not ring, you fucker. I was here all day. Don't write that no one was home. You ever get those?
I caught them the one day just walking to the door with a note.
No shit.
Oh,
No shit.
Fuckers.
The already written note people weren't home.
Yep.
Holy fuck. That's
I
good.
was like, hey, man.
Bastard.
And he's like, oh, I didn't think anyone was here. I was like, what? The truck in the driveway didn't give it away?
Fucker.
God, I hate that shit with a raging
It was something
passion.
I was waiting for, too.
I get wanting to half-ass your
My
job, but
insulin.
how much time have you really saved? I've cut corners at lots of jobs, pretty much every job I've ever worked at. I get the idea. Don't do additional work that isn't necessary and doesn't increase the quality of the work. But,
Yeah.
I mean, seriously, you walk up to the door, you knock or you ring the doorbell, nothing happens, you write on the note. Well, I don't want to do that. I'm going to write on the note my little truck and then walk up and just drop it off. And seriously, you saved yourself, what, 10 seconds? What's the fucking point?
It's a lot more effort as well. Like you got to find your pen. And...
So, came across this one because as much as I hate that, this person tried, and chickens chased them. Amazon delivered this package to a rural address, and we left it in a safe place you told us about, signed, and then he wrote, "Chickens chased me."
It's kind of like you could tell that he was in a rush at the time. As well, you know?
You're right. Like I appreciate this because this man or woman tried. You know what I mean? And they got chased for their efforts. Damn it!
He doesn't realize he was delivering a box full of corn.
I didn't know what was in the box. I had no idea it was chicken feed. And all of a sudden, buck, 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 and it was hell.
Chickens chased me. He must have like got back to the van and just be like, "What am I doing with my life?"
Oh look,
Running from
Andrew
chickens,
Tate.
apparently.
Andrew Tate is trending. The bald
Oh, yeah, 'cause,
moron.
Greta said he has small dick energy.
Oh,
Yeah,
trending
Greta
with
kinda
Greta.
punked
I
him.
see it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I never thought I'd live to see the day where Andrew Tate gets punked by Greta fucking Thunberg, but
They're
we are.
both fucking awful, aren't they?
Oh yeah. I mean, they're all public high notoriety, high profile attention whores. Greta Thunberg, Andrew Tate. There you go. It's like, oh, you got to admire the hustle. I don't have to admire the hustle. Hustle University. It's like admiring a titty streamer. No.
Yeah.
No, people confuse the things, I think. For me, in my opinion, they say, well, if I had tits, I'd do it. We all know someone who said that repeatedly. What?
Do you have tits? No, then shut up.
Well, no,
Right.
but they say, Sin, you and I both know somebody who says that repeatedly, and I thoroughly disagree with it because this little thing that I like to call dignity would get in my way.
Parents.
Women don't have that issue.
Ooh. But
Whoa, hot take.
Damn. And being out
That's
there,
a spicy meatball.
it's extra cayenne in the mix. It drives me a little crazy because what are you going to say that they shouldn't do this or whatever the fuck? It's like, no, I didn't say there should be a law against titty streamers or Andrew Tate and his fake-aversity. I didn't say that whoever the fuck social media platform should kick him off. All I'm saying is he's wide open to ridicule and mockery, as is Greta Thunberg. That's it.
Yeah, and I agree with you, and most reasonable people will agree with that, but there are some people that are just so fucking blinded by their like for somebody that they go, you said you don't like them, so that must mean they get banned.
Right.
And I'm sure
Oh, yeah,
sure
yes,
Andrew Tate will see that message and be very thankful and give you a Bugatti.
Right. He's just handing them out.
Well, I mean,
People get so fucking mad at me when I go, I don't really like Crowder. Not a big fan. I don't like what he's done in the past. I don't like how he handled the demonetization thing. He made a huge issue, got a bunch of people fucked over, and then just helped himself out of it.
Right.
Did nothing for anybody else. And they go, well, it's not his fault you got to. I'm like, well, it kind of is.
But then there seems to be like when it comes to these.
Okay, but here's the critical question: should he be kicked off the platform and banned, Sinatra?
I don't give a shit what he does. I just don't like him.
See, there you go. What's the problem, though?
And,
Do you see what
people get-
that's what I'm saying? It's like I don't get exactly as you said it. I want to mock this person. I want to ridicule this person, and in a lot of people's minds, somehow that equals you're arguing they should be kicked off, banned, had laws, punitive laws charged to them, etc. And it's like, no, whoa, no. How did you even get there? Do you know what I mean?
It's just a matter of time before someone goes, well, you're just jealous.
Yeah,
No,
right.
really not. I'm very
yeah.
happy with where I am. But I'm allowed to just not like somebody.
There's filthy,
If
disgusting,
whoever-
worn out, disease-spreading fucking whores that work as, quote, escorts that make lots and lots of money. I'm not jealous of them, guys. They have way more money than I'll
Okay.
probably ever have. Why? Because I think they're disgusting whores that fucking them's like throwing a hot dog down a hallway. Why does that equal jealousy?
It's okay to not like somebody. And for some reason, and this doesn't always apply to our chat, but it does. Oh, there we go. Bitching about Crowder again. Must be a AAA meeting. Like, you're allowed to
There it is.
You're allowed to not like people. Like, I don't like Tim Pool. I think he's a fucking asshole. But you know what? I don't care. He's allowed to do what he wants. But I'm allowed to not like somebody and also not be jealous of them.
Agreed.
Indifference seems to be a bigger crime than either loving someone or hating someone. It's like you have to pick a fucking side, otherwise you're worse than the pair of them put together. Like, look at Elon Musk, for instance, right? There's a shit ton of people who absolutely fucking despise him because he had the audacity to buy a company. But then there's also a lot of fucking Elon Musk fanboys as well. And they're fighting against each other. But if you're just like, I don't really give a shit, they're like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Titty streamers. I'm down with titty streamers. They got tits, but I ain't fucking walking through hot coals to defend them either.
I mean,
No,
you
it's
write
a
your
good
paper
point.
anyway.
The worst of all people are and there you go. It's like even by extension, by proxy, I've made fun of titty streamer orbiters. They're fucking mods who are doing a hell of a lot of work for fucking free, just for the impossibility, microscopic, mathematical, astronomical chance that they might get to caress some titties. Unlikely, in the extreme, and that's why they're there. just to get a, oh, thanks, sweetie, to the mods. I love ridiculing those fucking losers. Like, why would you do all this work for nothing? Like, there are people that pay their mods. Come up with a CV and go offer your skills. It's like, I worked as Alinity's mod. Trust me, I know how to handle a rough chat. You know what I mean? And sell your skill set that you've developed working for that worthless whore.
Sir, this is a Wendy's.
Okay,
Those
hold on.
skills are not transferable.
We got a perfect example in the chat right now. Did I say I hated Steven Crowder?
No, you said you don't like him.
Did I say he did anything wrong?
You gave a legitimate reason for your, not so much indifference, but dislike.
But did I say he like did wrong things? Did I say he was wrong?
Did you say, I'm sorry, did you say what?
Did I say Steven Crowder did anything wrong? Or do I say I didn't like the way he handled something? I don't really like him.
No,
Yeah,
you
okay,
said,
yeah,
said
that's
he
more
did
accurate.
something wrong. The way he handled something caused problems for other people is what you said.
Yeah, that's not the same statement. But there's someone in the chat, Dr. Chrisman. Well, Crowder did nothing wrong. I said I didn't like the way he did something. You realize that's a fucking opinion, right? But let me know when Crowder messages you thanking him or thanking you for white knighting him on people just having a conversation. I'm sure he'll appreciate it.
Oh, that's the thing. It was, of course, it was Twitchmas as well. You know, you had fucking the likes of Pokemon opening up gifts that, you know, like fucking bracelets and watches and shit. I saw a very, very sad thing this year. So a fucking, I think it was an OnlyFans thought or something like that. I'm not entirely sure. Someone bought her a Tesla. And she put it on Twitter saying, oh my God, a subscriber bought me a Tesla. And this poor fucker is replying going, I just spent 60 grand to be referred to as a subscriber. Like, he's not caressing a titty. If a Tesla ain't going to do it, nothing is. That said, streamlabs.com/polydublive, Sinatra _ says live streams, and Drunken Uncle. You can touch my titties.
Yeah, moving along. Don't touch Drunkle's too.
No, or the chickens will chase you.
Yeah. Russian sausage tycoon Pavel Antov dies in Indian hotel fall. Another one.
Just delete this for Monday. My favorite bit about this headline is the word sausage tycoon.
Yeah. Yeah, Sin, we've talked about this. How many guys dying that are, you know, oligarchs that have criticized Russian involvement in Ukraine and et cetera, right? Not only
falling off of buildings, don't they?
Yeah, they tend to have very poor balance around windows when they're high in the air. It's just what kills me?
Is it the end of Big Sausage?
Yeah, what kills me? Okay, let me restate that. What I find extra odd is he died at the same Indian hotel falling to his death as another Russian oligarch did the prior week.
Would you like a tour of my hotel, Oligarch Death Trap?
Like,
it's there's like an Indian bellboy who's arriving to work in a Bugatti now. You know?
well, it makes me think that there's like a Russian hitman who's just because you think of the hitman who comes into town, does his work, and then leaves immediately, right? This hitman comes in and just sets up shop, and he waits for Russian oligarchs to check in, and then, you know, he goes and uses his universal pass key at the door and pushes them out the window, and then goes back to his room and opens up the honor bar.
My question is, what is it about this hotel that attracts so many oligarchs?
Well, I mean, it is a high-end, super classy hotel, but it's...
Where are we, John boy? If I had to guess, I'd say communist China. Are we gonna die here? Darn fucking tootin'.
Right, okay. A subscriber threw $5 saying, will you give me a Tesla? Yeah, fuck it, why not?
Tourist guide Jatarda Singh told reporters that Mr. Bendeloff may have, quote, consumed a lot of alcohol as he had liquor bottles. The real question is, why are they all being killed in India? That was a comedic question. The answer is obvious. The police in India, oh yeah, their crack squad of homicide detectives are going to be right on top of things. Like, holy
Ah,
shit!
yes,
There's
CSI India.
Yeah,
Yeah, of course, yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Like, it just you don't have to pay someone, 100 rupees or whatever the fuck, you know what I mean, to get them to shut the fuck up about something. It's India. It's the most uncorruptible place in the world.
It's the Ukraine of the East.
Oh, sweet. Gamer Valine, thank you for the $16 and the massive shield smash. I was driving, so I couldn't say that Crowder is a litigious grifter that wants an audience to pay a retainer while he waits for the big payout. Continued. Over on my OnlyFans, but you have to pay to get me on the paywall. Shoot.
I have a free OnlyFans.
Mine requires a Tesla.
You know what? You raised a thing that,
490.
just kind of jokes aside, never even thought about that till right now. There's such a thing as free OnlyFans? Like, there isn't an auto paywall?
Yeah. Yes, you
Oh,
can
okay.
set it to free. It auto sets to like $5, and you have to go through a bunch of hoops to get it free. But yeah, I have a free one, and I suggest everyone go check it out.
So if you set it to
Got, like,
0,
scan your
right?
dick.
Do people still have to sign in and get a username and password?
Yeah, you have to have an account
Okay.
because OnlyFans, as far as I know, to the internet writ large, is blocked.
Ah, here's part. Press, give me, I'm gonna poll. I like polls these days. Chat, if you're
I'm sure you
interested.
do.
Polanski.
Zeros, if you want that donation to stay the same as it is. Or
Polly, you can actually set up a poll in the chat.
I know, but I don't know how to do it, and I tried looking at it, it didn't work.
Oh, so it's just at the bottom of the chat. They'll next to your little emoji thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, just to hit that and fucking add poll.
Oh, look at that! Start a poll.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Because the ones and the zeros bit, yeah, it worked fine for a long time, but this is more democratic.
You think so?
I think so. You tell me Steve Deck threw $1 saying, a free Tesla? Oh, that's what Sinatra crashes whenever you make a Stop wrecking Teslas, drunk. Oh, yeah, I'm destroying the environment. Consider myself schooled.
You're talking amongst yourselves. I'm typing polls.
Oh, I'm chilling my
Too many
OnlyFans in the
jokes,
chat.
Yeah, I'm busy. Welcome to
The discordant show with the 2 discordant
What did-
guys and a Welshman.
What did Ham and Beans call us? The,
Oh,
the triple
fuck
shill? I
you.
forget.
Oh,
It
I'm
was
not
good.
joining your OnlyFans
It's-
now. Fuck the advertising.
I mean, if we're gonna advertise, I have a great new donation at the $8.77 mark.
Oh, I love a new Sinatra donation.
There it is. Should I add egregious amounts of blood effects to the Pwnage Night Attack donation? I was thinking about doing it. You tell me, Chad.
I am gonna say no because it's
I have
perfect
also
the way
said
it is.
Exactly. Yeah, I agree wholeheartedly.
Well, we'll find out. I'm actually curious what Chad thinks. I mean, it doesn't mean I'm going to destroy the original. I'll keep it, but maybe for fun, for like a month. It's like there could be skull pieces flying off and everything. I've got lots of blood effects and not much to do with them. So, yeah.
Such a sad sentence.
Here's the most obvious story of all time, at least my take on it. China COVID, U.S. considers restrictions on Chinese arrivals. Yes!
A bit late.
Well, after they've dropped all of their fucking travel restrictions and dropped all of their fucking COVID, well, okay, all of their travel restrictions over in China, and they have to offer you the ability to apply for a visa to leave because they don't want people leaving, otherwise everyone would be gone. China, after all, right? And now they've dropped all of their COVID restrictions, so it's spreading. Great. Let's bring all the typhoid Jews over here.
Whoa.
Not what?
It's a bit close, wasn't it?
No, XUE, Jew, you know.
Yeah, no, it's
877 cash now.
877 cash now. 877 cash now.
you know, sometimes we put a lot of effort into our donation notifications, and also sometimes we don't. Sometimes they just make themselves.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that one kind of.
That's amazing.
User unknown for shits and gigs. Thank you.
Like Sinatra, you don't have a strong opinion on this. It's like, yes, we, China, have dropped all of our COVID restrictions. Yes, disease is spreading rapidly. Yeah, epidemiologists that's specifically informed and studying the COVID virus and all of its novel variants, Omicron, Sigma, Beta, Alpha, etc., are all spreading throughout China like they never have before. We're looking at losing 10% of our population. Now you think about the population of China, do some math on the amount of bodies they got. The crematoriums can't keep up with it. They've got mechanized burning of bodies that can't keep up. Yeah, quick, let's send them worldwide. They're suddenly offering visas to anyone who wants them to leave China. Do you think the U.S. should consider restrictions on travel? Yes! Remember when Trump proposed this and they called him racist? I remember.
Yeah.
Remember when
Have a
Pelosi
party in
showed up down in
Chinatown.
Chinatown and said, hug a Chinaman?
Mm.
Well, that's not what she said, but, you get the point. And said, go eat some Chinese food? As Chuck Schumer was the one who said that. Order yourself some Chinese, as if that had anything to do with anything. Just leave the bat soup on the menu. Don't order it.
Yeah, right.
And number 19.
Yeah, moving along. Nigeria's Calabar Carnival, 14 killed at annual bikers event. I think I might know who's responsible.
Fuck, that's awesome.
Yeah, I got a feeling that we might be able to figure out what's happening at the bikers event.
Don't be armed. You'll leave you alone.
Fair enough. What attracted me to this picture is the kind of lame joke, but I don't care that there's a predator just killing people in Nigeria. But second of all, I wish there was a video because I want to see his predator dreadlocks flopping in the wind when he gets up some speed.
Yeah.
That's what I was thinking. It'll be like the Nigerian battle snakes all over the ground,
African fight snakes.
African fight snakes.
Yeah, they're there.
So moving along. This woman charges $480 an hour to help Gen Z and millennial workers overcome their fear of talking on the phone. Now, Sinatra, I want you to listen. I'm not judging. I'm trying to help. Okay? Smartphones can do a lot of things, but plenty of people with them make very few, if any, actual phone calls. Sin.
Yes, it's true. Mine's mostly for porn.
Many younger workers lacking the confidence to speak effectively on the phone. She reported that phone phobia. Hold on. No one's judging. This is a loving environment. This is not an interdiction. It is a conversation. Now, the rise of phone phobia it started about 16 years ago, she says. Ugh. Okay. Gen Z have never had the skills given to them. In my generation, the phone was on the wall in everyone's house, and they were taught how to answer it, make calls at a young age. Now we have several generations that were never taught anything on using the phone, and people have removed phones from their homes. Phone phobia is more common in younger generations. Now, Sinatra is the youngest among us, but don't feel judged. It's a loving environment, Sin.
I feel judged after hearing that.
Gen Z and millennials have a lot less experience talking on the phone because texting and instant messaging have been the primary communication mode for their generation. See, Sin, we understand. We just want you to stop. We want to hear your voice.
No, I don't want to talk on the phone at
We're worried about you.
6:15 in the morning when I'm on my way to the gym.
But we go back and forth for a half hour in DMs when we could sew the whole thing up in 3 minutes of vocal communication.
Yeah, I'm busy though.
He's got you there, man.
It's only $480 an hour. I could do it for $2 right now. I can do it for free.
What millennial can afford that?
Chad, if you don't understand, Sinatra's like the guy I know that is the worst for that. You got a chance to talk? And what he means by that is, do you have a chance to DM for the next 45 minutes? It's like, man, why don't you just call me? It's free.
Look, because if I get on the phone, whether it's with you or my hetero life mate, whatever it is, if I get on the phone, it turns into a pacing back and forth, and it's just a matter of minutes till I'm laying down with a slippered foot up in the air like Doris Day.
That paint a vivid mental image for anyone else.
That was fucking. I didn't think that was going there. That was great.
Like, do you talk on the phone? Like, when you talk on the phone, don't you find yourself just kind of like walking?
I do, but I'm a big fan of. Actually, don't hold my phone in my head. I do the earbud with the inline mic thing. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, and
so you can still do things.
Yeah. Both a hands-free kit. Although I don't think of it as a kit. It's a goddamn wire with a fucking earbud and a mic. Come on. Anyway, yeah, no, I walk and talk all the time. Yeah. And it's very effective, and a lot of information is exchanged very quickly without the need to type. And there's no typos in conversations. There's just flubs. Flubs. No one's judging you here, Sin. We love you.
Not just a teenage girl in the 90s. Literally, yes.
Just worried about you.
Because like I start pacing around. At a certain point, I'll like end up on my roof. Somehow, I'll walk 2.5 miles, end the conversation, then have to walk back.
You're a telephobe.
But to make fun of this particular lady, she has figured out, like, you can't knock the hustle. Hey, look, with your extra large scarf there, lady. She has figured out a great way to wedge herself in. The old pimp saying goes, getting where you fit in. She's figured out a spot that no one else is occupying. It's pretty clever. She sells this skill to corporations that are hiring millennials and Gen Zers who have to talk on the phone at $480 an hour for her services just to teach them basic phone skills. The greatest fear, as she reports here, do you know what they say their greatest fear is of talking on the phone? Take a guess. Go ahead.
Getting a response? What?
It's tough to fathom, right? Okay, so getting a response?
Hold on, I can do something with this.
Okay.
They're voice breaking, like, you know, hello.
Oh, that's not bad. Sounding kind of dumb, you know, not sounding embarrassing with their voice. The answer is being asked a question they don't know the answer to.
How is that?
So
it's life.
That's
exclusive to the phone, apparently.
How sheltered, I guess, digitally sheltered is this going? Guys, I could do this $480 an hour thing. You just come up with a little laminated card that has responses when somebody asks you a question you don't know the answer to. That is a good question. I'm not certain of the answer. I will check and get back to you. Can you hold on, please, while I check with my supervisor? I have your email address here. I will check and get, you understand what I'm saying, right? Like, there's all sorts of ways of answering that.
You can even give them the congressional answer. I will submit an answer in writing within the week.
There you go. I'm not sure about that, Senator, but I'll get back to you. I'm not invoking my Fifth Amendment privileges here at all because that would infer that I've done something wrong, so I'm just going to refuse to answer your question in such a way that my lawyers have informed me to, said Zuckerberg. You fucker. Miserable coward. God, I wish somebody had included Cruz, man. Like, Cruz grilled him, but he didn't grill him well enough. Every time I think about that, I get mad. Sorry. Every time I think about it, I get mad.
Cruz wasn't allowed to.
You think? Mr. Zuckerberg, you only have 2 options here. You are being presented with a yes or no question. So it's to answer the question, yes or no, or invoke your Fifth Amendment privileges. There is not I will talk to you later. No, your oath is here now. When you submit an answer later, it is not under oath. I am not interested in what your army of 100 fucking lawyers come up with for a nonsensical, everybody but me is responsible, and even if I am responsible, I didn't know, so leave me alone type answer. That's not oath-bound. Like I said, you've only got 2 options here, fucker. And literally, you do when presenting congressional testimony. Yes or no, or Fifth Amendment privileges. Take your pick.
Yeah,
Fuck!
I 100% think Zuckerberg or Cruz just wasn't allowed to press him too hard.
Yeah. And I think about who, because he funds broadly and widely. Was it him, or was it his senatorial or that particular Senate committee's policy to only pressure people so hard? Because it's going to make you look like a bunch of dicks. Maybe it was a strategic move. If you grill somebody like Zuckerberg like hard as hell, it's just going to backfire. I want to see it, but in reality, most Americans would find that distasteful to like just really rip into somebody like that. I don't know.
I don't find it distasteful. I find that to be what we pay these people for, and vote for them, not to just kowtow to Zuckerberg or whatever person they just happen to have up on the stand at the time.
Well, I got that. See, I suggested that idea. You know, you have two options. Why not grill them and put it to them like that in that way? And she said back to me, okay, you're a weirdo on the internet and you have very firm formed opinions on what government is and should be and shouldn't be. Most people aren't like that. It would seem like this guy was grandstanding if Cruz were to have done that. And I thought, yeah, I mean, Sin, there is no denying we're a couple of weirdos on the internet. Do you know what I mean? Like when it comes to American politics, we have very firm opinions about what government should and shouldn't be doing. Most people aren't really like that, you know?
Well, you should be doing the basic job of investigating in a committee, I think.
I agree.
But I'm just a right-wing extremist psychopath. So
white nationalist too.
Who hates Crowder.
So in any case, how does she do her little, so she charges $400 an hour for only one-on-one coaching. That's it. Okay. So the 480, yeah, it's not, yeah, of course, because you have to develop phone skills. And $365 for a 30-minute webinar. Okay, as part of the 7-minute, as part of the 7-part program. The webinar can have as many people as possible. For bitch, you bitch. I got caught up. Sorry, Gamer Valine. I got caught up with should I put a bunch of blood effects on there? Because I was thinking about the other day. From 16 minutes ago, thank you for the $16. How appropriate is that? Let's call it Providence. Tate isn't an alpha male until he asks a date if she has any real skills outside of caking on makeup to avoid that inevitable wall all women hit.
Oh, you went in. Good Lord.
All right. I like making fun of Valine, but there's nothing to make fun of there. Well done. Well done. All right. Yeah. Up top, Valine. Gary Valine again for the 650. Schools should teach technical literacy, things like the professional fuck you email, text versus phone call response, how to write a resume to correlate seemingly unrelated skills to a new job search. Well said. All of those things, especially the last one. I don't know how to write a resume. Fucking super key. Schools, I think you're right. Unlike a certain streamer that we both know of, Sin, I don't think pushing everything that you can learn at a university down into the high school level is a solution for avoiding the expense of college. But this is something that should be taught at the high school level. Since resumes are required to get a job, for fuck's sake, even like Wendy's and shit sometimes. Do you know what I mean? Like
we do get taught that here in school.
You know what? We got it taught too, but it was one. I don't know how it works for y'all. I'm curious to hear. It was one small component that was too small for anyone to learn to do anything, if that makes sense.
Yeah, there's also we have in your final year of school here, you'll get taught how to make that and put all your qualifications and shit on there. As you know. And GCSE's General Certificate of Secondary Education. They also do what's called work experience, which is for a month you don't attend school. I call it slave labor. You apply to work somewhere for free. So you have something to put on your resume when you leave school. Oh, I did work experience here. Which I didn't do it. I thought it was fucking bullshit. And here I am. A very successful streamer.
I think it's through repetition as well. How do you learn maths? Well, algebra, they're not going to teach you just to do one algebra problem. They're going to teach you to do one, and then another one, and then a variation of one. So it's like, write a resume as if you were applying for job X, and then you're going to get graded on it where, why would you put this here? This person isn't. Do you understand what I mean? It would be like an English composition effort. Like, you have to do it multiple times to get into the vibe of it. It's like, why would I ever want to do this? Because you do want a job, don't you? This is a critical part of it.
Really?
I'm sorry?
But it's, you know, you'd hand, and they'd be like, you know, this isn't the best way to do it. You have your cover letter and everything, which is basically writing fan fiction about working for someone's company. And the way that things should be laid out and making it easily readable and everything like that. So you still did get feedback. It wasn't just like, write a resume and you're fucking done. Are you all right?
Okay, Chuckles, you have to understand, like, the context I'm coming from, why I found that fan fiction and working at someone's company was so funny. You don't know how many of those things I've written. You have no idea. Every grant or scholarship I've ever filled out, they don't have a cover letter. They go by a bunch of different names. Every program application I've ever done, applied for, like paid internships or my master's program, doctoral program, right? It has to have a letter. And yeah, you're supposed to write it in such a way, and this is always the way it was put to me and everyone else, how they are exaggerating for purpose, okay? They say, make it sound like your whole life led inexorably to this moment. You are the person for this job. You were always meant to be. The universe from the Big Bang led up to you getting a job at this place. Like, it's just, you don't name things that are outside that wouldn't fit directly like a bottleneck right into that job. And you are the perfect person for this wonderful Shangri-La where you're going to. And they went through all this description when all they had to say was just what you said. Do you know what fan fiction is? Yes. Write fan fiction about you working at that place. That's your cover letter. That's a great description. I'm going to use that with students. They're going to get a kick out of that.
You got it, man. All yours.
If you've ever written one of those things, they're so painful, man. Because they're... Ugh. You just feel so, you feel so dirty. It's just it's so self-promoting in the most dishonest way.
Oh, I can't do that. And there was like, oh, you got to sell yourself. I'm like, I'm whoring myself out. I don't like it. I'm not really the kind of person who can just sit there and big myself up as well. I've got massive problems with doing that. So I'm shit at writing. Well, we call them CVs over here, curriculum vitae.
Yeah. Same here.
Fucking. I mean, I've only ever had to do it once, which is when I was working in TV. But I was still only working in the place where I trained anyway. And I was already working there because I was doing the subtitles for the evening news. So I was already on the payroll. I was getting the job. I could have just shat in an envelope and sent it to them, and I still would have got the fucking job. So I've only ever had to do it once. But beyond that. An acting CV was where it was at. With that, you don't have to have a cover letter, but you do still have to. There's a section for special skills, and my special skills included archery, horse riding, and lock picking. I'm at university, right? At university, here's how you do an acting CV, and they use mine. I just handed in my fucking CV because I was working professionally beforehand. And this is Millard's here. This is a very, very good example right here. And this motherfucker sat next to me in this class and just went, horse riding, archery, and lockpicking. Motherfucker, did you just put your fucking Skyrim character on your fucking CV? Like, no, honestly, I can do all of those things. I thought it was good.
Oh, damn it, I thought you were going to keep talking here.
It's the most dull process, though, of having to sit down. And even though I'm 36 now, and I've still got to put down my fucking GCSEs, you know, your basic shit that you get as you leave, after you leave school.
Yeah.
Like, who's fucking interested in that right now? I've not been in school for 20 fucking years. Why does this still govern whether or not I'm suitable for a job or not?
Yeah. So just to sum this up before we go on a speed run here. the corporate workshops where there's many people and she's in person run $3,500 a day. As I think it was Darren Root who said previously in chat, $480 an hour. Am I in the wrong field? Yes. But she, like most pimps, have found a place to get in where she fits in, and she fit the fuck in. A common fear of what someone asks me, if someone asks me a question I don't know the answer to, I often say, for the next 3 days, I don't want you to text anyone, and tell them to call their friends and family. Even if they're not used to talking on the phone to their mother, then the process is so scary. Their mom, yo. Fuck.
Fucking mother.
Yeah. So I can't say I'm going to make them call prospective clients, as they would just fall apart. We start with their family or someone they know. Holy shit. These people are hothouse flowers. Why the fuck would a company even hire them? The fuck's going on at HR?
This is why China's winning.
Right? That's it. Improvising on a call can be scary. So her approach involves using role play. Well, yeah. If people aren't ready to answer,
let me Google it. Shit.
if people aren't ready to answer the phone, I set up a time where I randomly call them throughout the day and have practice conversations. You can't build a relationship by email. It's not back and forth, Sinatra, and you're not hearing each other's tone of voice.
Oh my god. You wait till this bitch discovers email.
Oh, this woman? She knows all about email. This is what Andrew Tate wishes she was, this greenish lady. Because he wouldn't have to hustle Versity fuckery. Good call. Yeah, discount Judy Dench. Yeah, well done.
Wait till she finds out about Telegram.
Well, she is going to branch off a sub business out of this that's going to be emailing and texting for boomers. Like I said, she has figured out the game. Good on you. I can't believe that there's people that are actually afraid of speaking to their own mothers. You got to be fucking kidding me. If there's anyone who's going to accept you and all your fucking emo Gen Z weirdness, it's going to be her. Anyway, moving on. Deadly blizzard leaves more than 60 dead across U.S., and mostly I'm doing this just for this picture.
Sorry.
Look at that. Look at that.
That's cool.
Yeah. Mostly why I love this picture. All the icicles are hanging at an angle. That's how long the wind was blowing in that direction. Look at that shit.
Very windy.
Yeah, it's been brutal here too. So it's just good.
The Night King was here, that's fucking.
For those,
that's very picturesque, very picture skew.
Yeah, for those around the globe watching us and don't know about the storm across all of North America, really. Yeah, it's this fucking bad in places, man. It is unfucking believable.
Storm all across North America?
It wasn't that bad here.
It depends on where you are, of course, but like I said, in places. This is Baltimore. Moving along. Southwest Airline continues canceling flights as new holiday approaches. Whoa. What? That was weird. Okay. As of 10 p.m., there were 2,688 international flights that have been canceled, according to the flight tracking website FlightAware. For flights nationwide, 3,900 have been canceled. Of the canceled, 2,500 were by Southwest. Now, you think about those numbers for a second. 3,900 canceled, 2,500 by Southwest particularly. What is it with you? Why are you being called to congressionally testify? Why is Mayor Pete actually having to do... You made Mayor Pete do his job, you bastards.
He was on the news. I saw this story earlier. He got on the news and he's like, we have to hold people responsible.
I've seen a lot of penises come out of black goo before, but never like that.
It's like, this is literally your only job.
Yeah.
And then Southwest came out and said, well, it's because of the technology we use. We use a grid instead of hub and spoke like most, and staffing issues and COVID. And
yeah.
Okay.
All the reason our tech dates back from the 90s is like you said. But that's an incredible sign of your corporate incompetency. Straight up, like you're saying that like someone's supposed to feel sympathetic towards you, that your tech is wildly out of date compared to all your other competitors.
Didn't we just spend billions of dollars bailing these motherfuckers out?
Southwest, particularly, yeah, they were amongst them. Yep.
Interesting.
Yeah, and did they use it to update their launching Windows 95 to make sure flights are on track? For Christ's sake. Far, thank you for the tree, Fitty. Had to do something like a phone role play for how to get a job thing I was forced to do. I answered, hello, I'm Booble Snoot, Pumpkin Patch. How can I help you? They were not impressed.
Fuck it, have fun with it, eh?
Yeah. See, that's why I liked having Farah Noir Bar, because she's hilarious. It's too bad she's not around anymore. Oh well. Life goes on, I guess. Sad, but, you know. Moving along. Fight. Peruvian Settle Scores, an annual festival. You've seen this? Have you heard about this? Late night comedian talk?
Yeah, this is they do it every year so they can like settle their scores so they can start the new year afresh.
Well said. You summed it up. I don't have to say anything. Let's watch them fight.
Melee. It's fucking banging, mate.
Yeah, I think they got weirdo costumes. I didn't know about the costumes. I didn't know about the festival atmosphere. I thought it was just fighting to settle scores. No, it's that plus a drunken party.
I love it. I think this is the way forward. It's like the Purge.
And like these are pot-bellied dad bod fights. You know what I mean? Look at these haymakers like crazy. Let's do it. Fuck you. Ugh. We're going down. One of my favorite parts is that they got wranglers everywhere.
Yeah.
Like when it goes down to the ground, they're not gonna have you beat the guy until you wreck his spine or something like that. It's like, no, you put him down. They wrangle them apart. Again, go at it. It's like, so this is like a true settle the score fight.
Are you done? Are you good?
Right, yeah. You saw the fucking problem? No, he fucked my wife. Yeah, but he also beat the shit out of you. So you're gonna have to let it go. Sorry, new year, new rules.
Now I'm gonna beat up my wife.
And I love that they got the
I've seen a lot of penises come out of black goo before, but never like that.
I love that they got that.
What is that from?
That clip?
Yeah.
That's Red Letter Media, man. That's Mike Stacklasa, one of the funniest men on the internet.
This seems like something I would like to watch. Thank you.
By all means, Red Letter Media, you're gonna love the shit out of it, man. If it's,
I've written it down.
Like I said, Mike Stacklasa and Rich Evans and Jay Bowman, they're funny as fuck, man. They do movie reviews and insightful stuff mixed with hilarious comedy. I can't say enough.
They
good
are very
things.
funny.
Yeah, Far and I used to watch a lot of Red Letter Media together before she disappeared. Cult of Krill, thank you for the tree 50. All my flights were on time to my to visit my family, but to fly back, I had to fly from Illinois to Tennessee to North Carolina, then to California. That was a long day. Holy shit, man! You crisscrossed the nation. You went from Tennessee to North Carolina, then to California.
It's
a day out, isn't it?
Backwards.
Oh my God, Cult of Krill, Jesus Christ, man.
Flying is just a fucking hassle anymore, dude. Like when we went to go to Houston, we were leaving out of Cleveland Hopkins International Airport. There were fucking 3 TSA agents working.
Vivite. The S is silent. That's not. It's Illinois.
Yeah, I'm with you.
And it is Arkansas.
I was just gonna say.
I understand. It doesn't sound the best to say Illinois, but I am not playing. Let's pretend with you. The name of your state is Arkansas. The name of your state is Illinois, and that's life, man. We can't all have cool sounding names.
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, I love that they live up to their Western frontier tradition because they had the horse cattle thing. So they got a bunch of wranglers that look like literal wranglers. Love it.
I think we should all adopt this.
I'm calling you out, Drunkle. I've had beef with you for a year. We're going to put this out.
Oh, Polly, you don't want this.
Look, Eagle Man comes out for the dance.
There ain't no vaccine for this, mate. You're going to catch these hands.
I love that it's bare knuckle. Like, they're not fucking around.
Well, I mean, bare knuckle is actually safer than, having boxing gloves. A lot more injuries happen in boxing than it does bare knuckle boxing. Because punching someone actually really fucking hurts.
Yeah, look at this. That guy's stepping in with full power. He's got nice foot plant. You're just like, yeah. Body weight looks like it's behind it.
Yeah, the gloves in boxing and MMA are to protect knuckles, not faces.
Exactly.
Well said.
I'm also the guy in the black. I'm really appreciating his face-to-fist technique.
Right.
We trained him wrong on purpose.
Mullets, Australia's love affair with the iconic hairstyle. And this article just goes through a long explanation of why Aussies seem to love mullets and why they're experiencing a massive resurgence, not just amongst the bogans.
They also have the Mullet of the Year competition.
Uh-huh. Now, why? This article from
Why
BBC
not?
in their attempt to answer can only come up with Australia. I don't know.
Yeah. I look at
shit,
that fucker on the right. Cunt's knee deep in pussy.
Oh, yeah. This guy's got all the
Right.
pussy. Look at him.
The one
Yeah,
on the
it-
left has a gender studies degree. Duacy for 5. That's great. It's airing of grievances. And the feats of strength, the Festivus miracle, and Gamer Valine. Sorry, I didn't see
Yeah.
this one. I'm judging you. Polly can drone on about how I'm wrong. I don't care. It's okay to be wrong.
We don't judge.
Oh, for the phone thing. Okay. Right. I'm like, what the hell? Okay, so this guy,
I guess
this guy,
such line cook vibes from all of them, man.
so this guy cracked his woman over the head with this ceramic angel on Christmas morn.
Ooh.
I saw 3 stitches come sailing, come sailing. It was good. So anyway, he cracked her, and then when the police got there, it said, "No, she cracked me." Dude, you're bald. Your head's fine.
It is a weird shaped head.
He does, but it doesn't have any angel indents in it.
No.
So you've done failed.
God did it.
Yeah. And this man had been living with this woman forever and a day for the past 8 years, and over the past 8 years has had multiple calls on him for domestic abuse. It seems like it's not his first time. And don't attack people on Christmas morning. You don't want the police showing up. Just one day. One day. Fuck.
No presents for you.
God's sake. All right, let's do the fentanyl thing. 2 men arrested for allegedly smuggling 91,000 fentanyl pills in snack food containers. What snack food containers, you ask? Stacks. Oh, you bastards.
Lots of stacks.
It's like a Pringle.
Oh, thank you. That was very succinct. Straight to the point. No messing about.
I am just so over this, honestly.
Out of exhaustion from frustration?
Yeah.
Yeah.
'Cause we could talk about it. We could talk about it all day. They are literally doing nothing about it.
You're not wrong.
And,
Like, it's like nobody gives
they
a
don't
fuck.
even-
It
They don't even try to say that. Oh, sorry about that. They don't even try to say that it's any more than 11 million people. There's no drugs coming across the border. Title 42 is perfect. Everything is just the way it should be. Oh, your cousin, your uncle, your nephew, your son died of fentanyl that was brought over here, manufactured in China, and snuck up through our southern border. Hey, shut up, racist.
yeah.
That's
It is-
about the size of it, though, isn't it?
Fentanyl is. I mean, Sin, I'm not going to even try and add on to what you said. Just all of what he just said. It's frustrating me to the point of exhaustion, too, because it doesn't seem like they're killing us. I don't know how. And we focus on things that are far less lethal. And
don't
it's an
give a
epidemic.
shit.
It just, if it doesn't kill you, Sin, it destroys your life and the life of those around you. What the fuck? I'm not even trying to be Mr. 12-step program here. It's just like they went after fucking Quaaludes like it was fucking like they were suicide pills. And fentanyl, they don't give a fuck. And all opiates.
The issue, yeah, you took it out of my mouth. That's the issue, is that opiates are the #1 most prescribed thing in America, and fentanyl is an additive to opiates and sold as an alternative in a lot of pharmacies. So to tackle this like they did with Quaaludes, they'd have to outlaw opiates. And you know as well as I do that we cannot outlaw any medicine from Big Pharma because the people in charge are so in the pockets, so on the take that it would just be political suicide.
Well, I mean, these are the
Shelley,
companies that are fucking
that's
paying for the
spicy,
campaigns,
but yeah, I'm not gonna.
I mean, that is the
you're
biggest
not wrong.
demographic. That is the biggest demographic. It is like a factor of 8 to 1.
Yeah, and I'm not saying that that's no one thing is ever one thing, but that is that a variable in the mix? Yeah,
Probably.
yeah. I would be more surprised that it wasn't than it being one. I mean,
We still
I take it
hear
as a given.
about the crack epidemic and how it was unfair to black people. I'm just saying.
Well, I mean, can I point out broken clocks right twice a day, right? Somebody asked
Yeah.
Bill Clinton when he was on the 2016 promotional tour or campaign tour for Hillary. Somebody kind of tried to come at him and said, you're the one who introduced the 1994 crime bill that made crack cocaine, have larger federal criminal penalties than powder cocaine. Wasn't that really racist considering that crack cocaine is more predominant in communities of persons of color? And Clinton went in on him and got angry. And he was right in everything he said. He said, look, the community leaders, from clergy to political leaders to social activists, came to me. They were all arguing that crack was killing their children. It was causing more violence than any drug they had ever seen. So we acted on that matter, not because of who was using it, but because of the violence associated with it. We did what was asked for. And I was like, damn, Bill.
He
Look at
is,
just
Where are
I
we,
like-
John Boy? If I had to guess, I'd say communist China. Are we gonna die here? Darn fucking tootin'.
Clinton can he's okay. He's not nearly as bad as
He's a politician, so
Obama
he's as
or
okay as
Biden.
they can get. You know what I mean? That's
He felt genuine with a lot of stuff.
I will say that, you know who he reminds me of? Jimmy Carter. You could absolutely disagree with his policies, but he actually believed in the policy he was promoting, if that makes sense.
Yeah, he thought he was doing the right thing.
Yeah, and you could say, fuck you, no, you're wrong, but you're talking to somebody who actually believes it. Joe Biden doesn't believe shit.
Joe Biden doesn't know shit.
I'm sure you've seen the clip going around about him defending traditional marriage as marriage being between a man and a woman. How are we wasting our time with this discussion of gay marriage when the nation has larger problems? And then fast forward to Joe with hair plugs, and he's saying, my grandfather told me that when these two men were kissing, that's what real love is. Remember?
Yeah.
You've got to be fucking kidding me. And who calls him out on it? Well, Fox News, Breitbart, and for some reason, Sky News Australia and weirdos on the internet. It's always the same four usual suspects. Nobody else
And
cares.
I am of the mind that kind of stuff, that's something you either believe or you don't. You cannot say that you wholeheartedly believe something and then change your mind once it becomes politically advantageous. That's a moral thing.
Yeah, I could see
you
someone
either
going through a
believe it or you
worldview
don't.
shift, but a bunch of things would shift with it, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
You're a violent person, you decide to turn over a new leaf, so you become, I don't know, more pacifist, so you're not willing to get in arguments with people anymore. You're not just not throwing fists. A whole bunch of other changes would come along with it. Do you know what I mean? Biden on this one policy completely flip-flops as hard as he can because his voters around him changed, the DNC around him changed. You never believe shit to begin with. That much is clear. Anyone who has access to this crack cocaine, he's holding up the vial. We've all seen that clip. We played here on AAA. I remember. They deserve to go to prison because of the amount of death and destruction that surrounds this drug right here. And cut with clips of his own son weighing it out, smoking it, whatever the fuck. And what problems has he had, Hunter, for that? Oh, right, none. None. We got fucking...
That's two separate systems, man.
Two separate systems, but a strong amount of extremely influential enablers playing along. Compliant media, number one.
Yep.
Okay. Compliant judges, number two. And then guys like, Sam the atheist saying, I don't give a fuck if he had the bodies of dead children in his basement. Orange Man bad, so bad, I can't see past it. So, I mean, cult of enablism.
Do no matter who.
I saw a TikTok today that it was like, do you know any dark psychology hacks? And one of them was, if you tell somebody a lie so much, they will have no choice but to believe it. Why do you think it's so important that the government controls the media?
You know why I think that the idea of, like, if you tell somebody a lie so much they're going to believe it, it's also how continuous it is and the lent perceived whatever credibility of the source. My mother, bless her heart, okay, did not have a problem with Trump. She liked that he was a straight talker at the beginning. Okay? After a while, I hadn't talked to my mom about it, and she said, mentioned Trump being a racist. And I said, wait, what? How? This is like 2 years into his presidency, 2018, or maybe it was into 2019, I don't know. I said, where are you getting that from? And she says, Rudiger, they're not going to say it on the news every night if there isn't some element of truth to it. Yeah, I get it that they're going to exaggerate it, but they're not going to say it every night. And I didn't argue with my mom. You don't argue with my mother. But I also just sat there in
I'll
realization
argue
of
with
what
you, Mom.
of what
Not-
you're
not
just
on the
saying.
phone, you won't.
Like it was the phenomenon that caught my attention, right? It's like you watch CNN, Mom, because you think it's central, a centrist position. You think it's reasonable, and you don't realize you're being fed a bunch of progressive propaganda. And they repeat racist, racist, racist so much, and the perceived credibility of the source, there must be some truth to it. To the point where my mom was saying it now. Fuck.
Yeah.
And now what is she on? When are they going to stop talking
Fentanyl.
about Trump? That's her new thing. It's like it
That
really.
is a question I would like to know as well.
She asked me the other day, isn't it illegal to, you do political science. Is it not a crime for prosecutors to do revenge prosecution? And I said, like laying charges with no evidence? Yeah, sure, that's a crime. And she goes, why hasn't anybody charged all these prosecutors that go after Trump for like crossing the street and stuff? I'm like, wow, it's really come full circle for you, hasn't it? Anyway, more fentanyl.
Yep.
Flight attendant caught in San Diego airport by smuggling 3 pounds of fentanyl taped to her body. Now,
Didn't work.
What?
she had 3 pounds of fentanyl taped to her body. Now, why did you not think that going through the scanner was going to reveal that you had something taped to your body? Well, because she was a flight attendant and she was using the prosecutor said White is her name, tried to use the known crew member Q to get on board, but was selected for the regular passenger screening process. According to the complaint filed against her, she set off the walk-through metal detector and a body scanner, right?
Oh.
Which alerted TSA officers to her abdomen. Packages containing fentanyl were found taped to her. The complaint alleges she told police, get this, it's not what you think, and that a coworker had given her, quote, a mercury pack to wear for weight loss.
Oh, okay.
How the fuck would that work?
Don't think about it.
Okay.
She
Magic
was in a
box.
hard spot. This is what she came up with no time to think, and it's kind of funny to me. I was
Well,
like,
see, this is what millennials are scared of, Polly, on the phone, you know?
moving along. More than 300,000 fentanyl pills seized as federal drug bust connects 3 major drug trafficking groups, because those are the only 3. Yeah, right. Look at the good boy back there. He's a good boy. He smelled the
He's a
Yeah.
fucking narc.
You can't give him a treat.
Yeah. Now, the reason why I brought, because, 300,000 fentanyl pills were on a fentanyl thing. Okay, you want to see the guns that they seized along with the fentanyl, Sinatra? You tell me when you see it. You ready?
All right. He's got an FAL.
Uh-huh.
Oh, a flintlock. What the fuck?
Yeah, there you go. Why is there a fucking flintlock pistol there?
Surrender thy fentanyl, scallywag.
Jesus.
Handeth over thy currency. Christ. How?
I did see it right away, right? Like my head's turned to the left when I was looking at these pictures. I'm like, oh look, that's a Daniel Defense stock on that 6th position right there, and that is a Daniel Defense pistol grip. You know, like I'm doing the thing, right? The gun nerd thing, and then all of a sudden I'm like, wait, hold on. One of these things is not like the other.
Yeah. Is that photoshopped?
No, it's not. It's there. Look, the shadows are too good. They're falling in the right direction as the rest of the shadows. It's real.
Oh, Christ, they are.
And look at these guys with the Winchester pump action. Get a Remington 870 or a 500 series Mossberg. Winchester, my butt.
That's what I got.
A
But
Winchester?
they got a little sawed off over there. That's nice.
Oh, the little shorty break action here?
Yeah.
I don't like how they've sawed off and over under. There was probably a nice looking gun in its day.
Yeah, but these people don't care about anything.
Well, Carol Soldier's right. Is it a percussion cap pistol? Yes, it is. It is not a flint firing gun.
It's a flintlock. Shut up and let me enjoy things.
Yeah.
Shadowclaw for $1. My mom's glad the year's over. She hates this administration. Well, it's not going anywhere yet, my...
Our duel begins at noon. Let's do a couple lines of fentanyl so we feel no pain.
Ah, it's you. No, that was a juicy one.
Oh, gross. Who wants palate cleanser?
Yes.
Yeah.
Let's watch the kitty be kitty. And
Oh,
yeah.
Oh,
That is-
God. My claustrophobia is kicking off. It's a cat.
I love it. Liquid mode activate. Perfect description. Let's watch it one more quick time. It's like, I wonder what's
That's
going
good.
on in here. Can anyone see me? No? Good. Okay. Let me just kind of go around here and oh, look, it's comfy. I love that. I have no reason.
I'm telling you,
Just,
man, cats come from a different planet, man.
Now, you guys know Giga Chad, the Giga Chad meme.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh.
Have you ever wondered what he would look like if he was gay and weird? He'd look
The
like
same?
that.
Oh,
Oh.
God. That ain't right.
That ain't right.
No, that's like someone made a face from spare parts.
Yeah, that's too good, but still fucked up in its form. AI Giga Chad gay generator.
That's a real person.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, he's the new Nostradamus, the living Nostradamus, and he's been making predictions left, right, and center. He's gone viral with his predictions, and much like Nostradamus, they're incredibly vague, so they can fit nearly anything. Nothing against
Of
you
course,
people
yeah.
who follow your horoscopes, but stop that shit.
Yeah, read another horoscope. It's going to be the same shit.
Yeah. So I mean, there's the original Michel Notre Dame.
There's your Chad.
Yeah, I got chatted up, and that looks
Jesus.
bless you. And that looks like a very comfortable hat. I'm not gonna lie.
It's just fucked up. And I scroll back up to the cunt again. It's a fucking cross between the Zodiac and a fucking Ken doll.
He looks.
That's terrifying.
It looks like he's had cheekbone implants. Is it just me?
Yeah. No, that's screaming surgery, isn't it?
Yeah. I just look at this guy. Look at the lips and everything. He's got what's her name's lips. Kim Kardashian's younger
Angelina
sister is a literal
Jolie.
billionaire.
That man like goes to the gym to work out his jaw.
Yeah, I think he's got mandible. That's what it's called, right? The corner of your jaw.
Mandible.
Well, if they are,
Yes.
he's got mandible in inserts as well as cheekbone inserts. I think it's pretty obvious,
It's
especially when.
terrifying.
Yeah, and he looks like he's in a wind tunnel as stretched as his face is when he smiles. Nary a crow's foot to be seen. Come on, bro.
If Instagram was a person.
Nice. So I liked, and his predictions are so fake. I mean, he's from Brazil.
Yeah, as opposed to
Um,
Nostradamus. You knew what he was talking about.
Well, I mean, you can tell when they're getting their where they're getting their so-called prophecies from. Quote: "Many heads will be cut off, blood and psychological torture used, particularly leaving the population manipulated and living like zombies." Reading what's going on in the Middle East doesn't count as a prophecy, man.
That's just current events.
Yeah, chopping off heads, blood and psychological torture, leaving the population like living zombies. Iran, Saudi Arabia, UAE. What? This doesn't. That's not a prophecy.
England.
Only in the no-go zones. Let's be fair. Okay, here we go. India man allegedly dismembers his father, believing him to be a robot. He had to shoot at it.
That's not how you kill robots, you idiot.
Yeah. See what I mean? It's not me, man. Just remember, this was yesterday. Dismemberments just keep happening. Okay. When deputies arrived at the residence, there was a wellness check on the man's father that somebody had called in. And I love the way the report reads. When deputies arrived at the residence, they reported they found Hayes, quote, hastily attempting to exit the property.
Running. We call it running.
Yes, we do. That's katak. When I took an English class, it's because nothing annoys me more than cop talk when they haven't taken an English class and everything reads like I proceeded to and then I proceeded to. It's like just write what you did,
Since the beginning of time.
I'm glad you remember that.
I do remember that.
It was actually since the dawn of man was the actual line.
That's my mistake.
No, I appreciate you remembering it all. It was a challenge. Let's start every paper that way and see how long it takes when someone notices. So when they're asking him during the altercation, Hayes reportedly told the officers, "It's a robot that looks like a human being laying over there. I had to shoot at it to destroy it." Hayes had also reportedly raised concerns from others with Facebook posts about his father's robotic identity. Rodney Hayes reportedly had been shot in the head and chest. His body, which officers reportedly found on the lawn, had allegedly been partially dismembered and mutilated. The charges he's looking at are murder, abuse of a corpse, domestic battery, and aggravated battery. So yeah,
and improper disposal of technology.
You want to hear Chuck Schumer's response to the 4,100-page bill as being a valid part of a functional process?
I would love to.
Just going to double check to make sure you guys are. Okay, I just want to make sure you guys could hear it. Okay, here we go.
How is it a functional process to drop a 41?
How is it part of? I know.
it's-
How I'm just gonna say it.
Don't
How
know.
is it part of a functional process to drop a 4,100-page bill and then ask for a vote the next day? Fair enough.
Yeah.
Yes.
That is the question asked. I'm gonna make sure the volume is maxed. So yeah, he didn't have a mic on him. Sorry about that, guys. But that is what he asked. How could you call that part of a functional process?
This morning, expect to vote on it tomorrow. Well, most of Congress hasn't had a chance to review this.
Most of Congress hasn't even had a chance to review it. Well, yeah, 4,100 pages. It would take a month just to get ready to question it.
Look, the bill has been carefully worked on by the Appropriations Committee for a very, very long time. Most of the provisions of the bill were well known weeks and weeks and weeks in advance. And getting this bill done for the American people, which really matters, is the most important thing. Yes.
Now, when I say moving on, that was Chuck Schumer doing that. And getting it done for the American people, for our republic, which is good. White racism is everywhere. Yes, you have a question. That's all that was. The last.
Yeah, that was a non-answer.
Yeah. Is it most of them have been the Appropriations Committee? You mean the Democratic-dominated one? And it was put together in a subcommittee from the Appropriations Committee that was all Democrats because you were the guys who were writing the new budget. So it had been well known by Democrats, is what you're saying. You handed it over to your Republican colleagues when? Well, just as the actual journalist there, not news entertainer, actual journalist asked the actual question. How could that be part of a functional process? 4,100 pages worth of fucking reading. We're voting on it the next day. And no debates are allowed. And this guy, Turtle Man, yeah, he's the worst. Because it's many Republicans are unhappy with Senate Minority Leader Mitch McConnell. Praise of the bill. That should be political suicide right there, what you just did, Mitch. That is so bad.
It won't be, though.
No, it won't be. Oh, look. Studley McStutterson is out in the Ukraine, man. Look at him. I don't even know.
No, I'm still right here.
I got my problem glasses on. They're made out of tortoise shell. Everything's fine. Now, you guys know I love sinkholes.
Yeah, actually, yeah.
Yeah, I do.
I do.
I do like me a good
And
sinkhole.
you do.
And usually they happen out in the middle of nowhere. Cars drop. It's hilarious. People fall in. It's even more funny.
Oh, yeah.
But
Fat people.
What would
brilliant.
happen if it happened at a high school dance? I know you've always wanted to know.
Break dancing.
Let's find out.
Fuck! That,
So scary. More than
it's so instant.
Woo!
Good lord.
One more time, ladies and
Boy
gentlemen.
gives way.
It's just that little
Your dancing is terrible. The earth agrees. Don't they die? No, they fall to hell for eternal damnation. It's different.
I think because you actually see them like hit the surface.
They
of the
do.
hole
You
anyway.
kinda-
It's not all that fucking.
No, you can kind of see their heads if you watch it again. They fall, and yeah, I'm sure there are injuries and whatnot, but you can kind of still see some of the taller people's heads in there.
Suddenly gives way.
Yeah, you.
Someone dial 911. I can't. I'm afraid of making phone calls.
Oh, I love me a sinkhole. Holy shit. Okay. Now for our pet ultimate article, let's wrap this fucker up. Now, you may remember this. The 80-year-old Southern California liquor store owner who opened fire with a shotgun and wounded the would-be robber. He died. He had a heart attack shortly after the robbery, which is sad.
Wait, the guy who fired the gun?
Yeah, the guy who protected his
No
property.
way.
Yeah, he had a heart attack like right there, like not like within seconds. I mean, like a week after or whatever. Right? He had a heart attack because he was 80 and he had congestive heart problems, and then and he recovered and he went back to work because the man's a Chad, obviously.
Pay the rent.
Right? And then he had a stroke like 6 months later that he suffered badly from, and he just passed away the day before yesterday, which is sad because the man was super Chad. So I think it's only right that we today recall the man's heroism and the 4 guys armed with ARs, immeasurable amount of cowardice facing off against an 80-year-old man who's willing to use the Second Amendment.
Fair enough.
This is them jumping out of the car, all badass. We got gloves, we got hoodies, we got ninja masks. We're ready to go. Is it legal to have a semi-automatic AR in California? No. Did they care? No.
No.
That's right. They didn't give a fuck. So let's watch and pay attention because this motherfucker's intentions on robbery turn around real quick when facing down Ultra Chad Dad. Go. That's it.
That's all you need.
Let's go back and see it again. Yes!
Fuck out of there.
Run! And he's just standing there. Chad Granddad with the shotgun in case he comes back in. Just one shot, you fucker. Nails him. What would you say that is, Sin? What? 10 yards? 12 yards?
15 maybe.
But at the height of tension, had no idea that anyone was about to come in his store with guns, right? The hardest time to be accurate, if you know what I mean. The most tension. This guy pulls out, bang, nails him. Beautiful. One more time before we go to the outside footage to see the reaction of this man who's tough as hell. Just sit there, mind his own business. Fuck around and find out, man. The store owner, the would-be robber, unfortunately, he passed away, which is just really tragic.
Unfortunate.
Yeah. Where? Oh, the outside footage is on this clip afterwards. So just stand there. Okay. So this, thank the Lord, they installed audio too, because it really brings home. Here we go. Outside.
Yeah, in and out. Easy job, boys. Oh, no, stop the car!
So in case you can't tell when he's screaming like a little bitch, he shot my arm off 4 times in a row in between girlish yells.
Right.
Yeah. Let's just, this guy gets out going, oh, my man's got trouble in there. I'm going to go in there. And all of a sudden, bang. He's like, nope. Gets back in the car.
I love it. He gives the girliest scream.
I mean, I assume that too.
Oh, you miserable bastards. I love the guy who tries getting out of the car and he's like, oh, I'm going to go in there. And as soon as he hears the gunshot, what does he do? Nope. And he's, oh, you expected to find an unarmed, defenseless man with your guns that are illegal for you personally to possess, but also illegal for anyone to possess within the state. It's almost like they don't give a fuck about gun laws or something. So I've got an idea. Let's make guns illegal for everyone. That'll fix the problem.
I just can't believe they parked in a disabled spot. Although, to be fair, as they were driving off, it was a little more...
I didn't even notice that. They committed an extra crime. Good eye.
Well, no, I mean, they did, but the guy was technically disabled as they made their getaway.
Would you like to see how brave and strong these individuals look in their mugshots?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
There they are.
So brave, so strong.
Justin Johnson, Jamar Williams, Devon Brodus, and Rashid Belvin not available for photo because he was busy having his arm sewn back on.
Yeah.
You motherfuckers. Which one of you was the tough guy who got out of the car, heard the shot, and then ran back in the car? Which one of you was the guy that nearly got drove away
Cro-Magnon
on?
one.
I think it was the Justin Johnson who got caught outside the car and almost got left behind. I think it was Justin.
No, I think it was Devon.
You think it was Devon Brodus?
Brodus.
Yeah.
So these guys are facing a mitten full of charges like you wouldn't fucking believe. They are worth reading. Here we go. The trio are charged with attempted robbery, elder abuse, possession of stolen firearms, as well as a sentence-enhancing allegation of using a gun during a felony and victimizing a person over 65 years old.
I'm pretty sure driving without a seatbelt should be in there as well.
Yeah. Now, the man who actually had his arm blown off, I can't get that high. I can't do it. Belvin there is being held without bail at the Smith Correctional Facility. His arm actually wasn't shot off. He was just shot, and he's a fucking bitch. He caught some buckshot, and he's just, you know.
There's a joke there about being armed and then not being armed. You know?
He personally is charged with attempted robbery, conspiracy, elder abuse, firearm assault, possession of a loaded stolen firearm, possession of an assault weapon, 2 counts of receiving stolen property, and a sentence-enhancing allegation of using a gun during a felony and victimizing a person over 65 years old. And I have no doubt that these victims of white supremacy will be let out rather quickly because we can't let the man come down on them.
What?
I'm really impressed they put elder abuse in there. Like they threw the fucking book at them, didn't they?
Yeah. Yeah, and this guy became a hero. They were selling T-shirts at the store. Don't come in here armed, we'll shoot your arm off. People went there like almost pilgrimage-like to have pictures taken. The guy became a minor celebrity, and I understand why. That was super fast reaction. I would like to think in a mortal situation I would react that quickly and calmly. I mean, that
one is first barbecue.
Yeah.
Joshua Montgomery's got it. He says he was disarmed. That's it. That's the stuff right there. Well done. Good work.
Yep, you win the chat. I don't think anyone's gonna do better than that. He shot my arm off. He shot my arm off. So I think it's it's an older story. I think it's good to remember this guy. Rest in peace. Godspeed, sir. You were the man. And now for our titular article. Kanye has come out with his gear for his campaign in 2024. Have you seen it?
Oh God, he's not, is he? Oh, for fuck's sake.
Yeah, he's running for president in 2024, so he's come up with a bunch of gear that you can buy on his website. And
I hope he gets it. I hope he wins. Let's just see how fucked up things can get. You know?
Now you've heard some of the things about how fucked up things have gotten for Kanye recently. You know, some of the things he's been saying and doing, and sometimes when you get a graphic,
he changed his name to Ye.
He did change it to Ye. The website is in fact in the name of Ye, as is all of his campaign material.
And the name of Ye.
And much like Hillary Clinton's campaign logo, where it was a red arrow pointed towards the right. It's whoops. Yeah, that's why you check things over. This is it, but a little bit further. Kanye.
Oh, Kanye, no.
Oh boy.
That is Yay 24 by a graphic designer.
Oh, it is.
How did they get a black guy to model that?
How did you not notice this?
I'm pretty sure he did.
By the way, gentlemen, that's twice in a row I've been able to do titular articles with just a photo.
Hey, who's counting?
It's like giving me a migraine.
And you put a cross in the middle of it. Like, there's just so many things that are wrong with this. What the fuck, man?
Jesus.
You see the Y and the E, yay, 24.
Yeah.
And it also, if you squint, looks a little bit like something else recognizable. I don't know. I don't know what it would be, though.
The guy is just unhinged.
Completely. Would you like to pay $21.90 US for this shirt?
I think I would. It's like you're owning a bit of history.
So what is the description of it? Well, let's hear. Yay 24 on the front and a AI graphic design of Yay's image on the back. 100% cotton men's classic tee will help you land a more structured look. It fits nicely, maintains sharp lines around the edges, and goes perfectly with layered outfit. Plus, it's extra trendy now.
I think actually like, the photo on the back is actually worse than the symbols on the front.
Well, I do love that it Kanye, you put the symbols around your face, bro. This is even worse.
This is what happens when mental illness goes unchecked. Like, you've got so many people on your staff, yay, and not one of them went, you sure about this? You sure you want to do this?
This gamer Valine says 9999 should have been the response. Yes. And hence the title for tonight's stream. You know, that kind of looks like, yeah, just a bit. And that brings us to the end of the stream, ladies and gentlemen. Sin, Drunkle, what are you guys up to after the show? You got videos going up? You doing some gaming?
Real quick, 31 minutes ago, Furry Kitten threw $5 saying, I should never comment on tone of voice. My Scally Scouse register makes Drunkle sound like a Tibetan throat singer. Buy some really cheap white cider. It's good for you. I will, Furry Kitten. Thank you. It's going to be white lightning up in this bitch. Thank you very much for the $5. And Sin, I think you got $1 a little bit later that you didn't read out.
Nope, I read it.
Oh, you did you? Oh, okay, fair enough.
And I am not doing anything. I have to do some recording.
Oh, okay. Well, some recording means forthcoming videos. Exciting.
On his free OnlyFans page.
Yeah. Are you going over?
She's eating surrender monkeys. She's eating surrender monkeys.
Thank you so much.
I'd love it
Steve
if
Dave.
that was Kanye's campaign song.
I haven't seen two. I haven't seen in so long. You tell him, C Day, thank you for the $12. I don't know. I'd like to see Kanye sell this in Poland or France, for that matter, or Germany. I mean, Jesus, who said you need logic to partake in capitalism, right? Yeah, well, nobody ever went broke. Overestimating the lowest common denominator.
Yeah, say what you want. It's his right to do so.
Boo.
Thank you.
Polly, what I will look forward to on your new channel. Yeah. Not that.
Unfortunately, he won't get help. Sounds like he's been burned by people, including someone supposedly in the psych field.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Kanye's getting no help, and there's so many people that are like that, in the sense of you could tell that these people don't have handlers that they're willing to listen to, and then the people that have fired their handlers that they used to listen to. Tom Cruise, perfect example. Okay, his sister came over as his handler. He fired his old manager, but really for Tom Cruise, because he's a little nuts, is a handler. And what happened immediately when his sister took over as his manager? Remember him jumping up and down on Oprah's couch and shit?
Oh, wow.
Yes. Hold on. Let's replay that.
What a stream!
Turkey Slurpee. Turkey.
Sam Silent, thank you for the $13 in the flashback. One last oldie but goodie. Damn right. They're all fresh again. I haven't seen these in so long. Yeah, when he was jumping up and down on Oprah's couch that I'm in love, and when he started doing like the crazy laughing thing that became part of the fucking meme. This is when his sister said, speak from your heart, do what you do. And then what happened? He replaced his sister with an actual professional manager, and all of a sudden you didn't hear Tom Cruise's insanity anymore. You have to have someone around you to make sure you don't do dumb shit and to handle your PR for you when you're a lunatic. Now, I'm not saying
Have you seen
Kanye's a lunatic, but man, you've got obviously bad tendencies and you're peaking on
He's
your...
saying he's not a lunatic. Have you seen the t-shirt?
I think he's on a mix. I think he's on a high right now, and he's going to hit a low when he starts talking depression again. I think he's got a bipolar thing working.
Yeah, fair enough.
Probably.
And you need someone around you that they know what your situation is. It's like when this person gets really depressed, yeah, we need to keep them away from drinking. We need to keep them away and, you know, get them to the doctors and keep them out of interviews for a while. Yeah, someone smart, you know, and Kanye obviously doesn't have anyone around him that he trusts, that he's willing to listen to say, no, yeah, you can't. You got swastikas on your fucking shirt, man. No, they're not. Everyone's going to say it. It doesn't matter. And then someone he's going to listen to and go, oh, okay. You know, come up with something else.
But you can, it's, yay 24, but it's the right angles that are at fault here, isn't it?
It is.
That's what the connection is. Hitler ruined trigonometry for everyone. All of this is really just to draw away attention from the fact that he's a gay fish.
So there it is. Drunken won't be gaming. Sinatra's going to be recording, and I am going to go do really boring adulting things, paperwork and shit. I'm not looking forward to it. So I'm not off to a better place.
Lame.
Tell me about it.
I mean, look, mine's boring. Mine's boring and adulty. I just have to go to bed because I have work tomorrow. It's very dull.
Oh,
I'm gonna use my walk first.
There we go. Okay. Are
Walk
you
and roll.
actually?
Yeah.
Oh, cool. Right. Good. Let me know how it goes. Post pictures.
Yeah. No.
All right. So anyway, thank you very much for everybody who came. It was awesome hanging out with you. Sorry the show ran so long, but we were having a good time. So no, I take the apology back. But we will be back again for more entertainment. Where are they going to see us next, Uncle?
We're going to be back on Friday on the Sinatra stream.
Sweet. Gary Valine, thank you for the 1450. Wrong gas chamber, yay. They weren't hotboxing for fun in Auschwitz. The inhabitants also weren't set free by work. But that's not the point. Jesus.
They weren't hotboxing for fun. Jesus Christ. We're going to be back on Friday on the Sinatra Screams channel, Sinatra's Silent channel, and the Sinatra Says channel at 10:30 p.m. GMT, 5:30 p.m. ST, 4:30 Central, and 5:30 a.m. on Christmas Island. Polyed up.
Awesome. And Christmas Island had a good time this year. You know, their population is going up. Increased by 20% over
I think it's just called Island at the moment.
You don't order Chinese food in China. Don't be foolish.
It's just food.
Yeah.
You order Caucasian.
So thank you once again to everybody who donated. Sincerely appreciated. Because it helps us keep the candles burning and the heat running, because Drunkle's bald and gets cold easy.
Yeah.
But seriously, it is sincerely appreciated. You guys are awesome. Best damn chat online, and we will see you on Friday. Everybody, have a good night.
Later.
Play the
Oh,
end
right.
page.
Thank you. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just fucking say it, man. I was about to hit
Got your
stop.
back, brother.
Yeah, up top. Thank you.